Do you guys think that if you're unhappy, that's a good reason to leave a marriage?
I don't think you're gonna be happy all the time. So it depends. How long have I been unhappy?
Right.
Because my kids are seeing that.
Right.
I think that matters too. Like
most things, I think
there's a lot of people.
It don't have anything to do with age, getting married too late. People don't have the intestinal fortitude for marriage. You get up there and say these vows. It's duty and responsibility, time and pain. It's the kids. It's the rearing. It's lineage and legacy. That's a joke in itself.
But is that not part of the kids? So your kids are a direct reflection of you. So if my kids are seeing me unhappy, now what?
What are you talking about?
Because you said happiness in the marriage, because you just said that kids are part of it, right?
Let me explain it to you. You're conflating your happiness with how the kids are treated, right? I'm not even talking about the kids. I'm talking about you being happy, right? I just said that about sex, so don't act like you can't do it about everything else. So now that we have a baseline with that, you can fake it till you make it in front of them kids all the time. Now, kids have discernment. I understand that, but happiness doesn't mean everything has to be egregious in the household. However, we know ebb and flow. Is that a thing, or are we dismissing postpartum?
Postpartum depression.
Do we have menopause?
Right.
And so you guys go through these ebb and flow periods where your happiness is intrinsically not working.
But that's why I agree.
But I'm just saying, but you put it on the kids. Like, no, answer my question directly based on happiness itself.
I did, but I said it depends on how long I've been unhappy. Raising my kids in a house where there's no happiness is not
selfish.
That's not life goals.
Just for the sake to say I have a husband? Are you serious?
No, you made a commitment under the Most High God, right? Unless you don't believe.
Who cares about the commitment if I'm unhappy and I'm dying inside?
No, don't interrupt them, Melly. Sorry, Nikki, what you say?
I'm not staying unhappy for 10 months. You talking about 10 years?
Well, I've stayed unhappy for a very, very long time. But who is going to continuously stay in an unhealthy marriage where you're burning inside, you're dying inside, you done forgot who you are, you done forgot your self-worth, and you're just super unhappy, like depressed to that point, just to say I have a husband and I have a family?
But I think that we know how hoes are created. Callie said it earlier. Something about they ain't had their daddy, their daddy didn't love them. That's one. Secondly, most of these hoes been hurt by a man. Just like these niggas that been hurt by women, they become hoes. It's the same thing.
Savage.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Even with what Callie is saying, the lack of love, hopelessness, a deficit, desperation. That's all the same umbrella. I'm desperate for the love of a real man because a man never loved me. So I'm out there searching for the love of a man. But because I don't know how to properly find love from a man because I never experienced it. So now from these worst experiences that I've had and the damage that I've had from men, I'm telling you now, I'm only going to use them for what I like them for, because there's no possibility that they could ever even try to love me correctly. And I'm so lost on love, so in the deficit, I'll be desperate. And a lot of women have penis in that. The girl come up here, Hank, remember the girl that came up here who was cosplaying a man? She was a whole butch, calling the women male-centered up here. You're trying to become them niggas. Talk about worship when you think you're fucking up a storm because you're a man and you're acting like a man. That's male worship down to the ground.
So the women who are promiscuous, are we saying they're all desperate?
Majority. I'm not saying that, but I know.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like in my point in my life, I feel like I was being groomed to cater to him.
So at 18, when did you guys break up or stop doing each other?
When I was 21, turning 22. So
you were for about 3 to 4 years. How did you upgrade him?
Oh shit. I think that I gave him a different perspective.
Well, you also feel like after you dated him, I upgraded you, and then all these women want you after what I did for you.
He was 18, bro. Like, you grilling him, bro. What the fuck?
Because it's hard to imagine an 18-year-old girl upgrading a 28-year-old man, but then like you left curious, what could you have possibly really done to a man that age? Like, you don't have no money, you 18, you don't have much knowledge, you 18.
But what we're witnessing is cognitive dissonance. So there's no way you admonish the man by saying that you upgraded him and then in another breath say he groomed you. Mm-hmm. Those two things are diametrically opposed, right? And then you said age don't matter. People could be wise beyond their years. However, when Tamia gave you the bail money about you being 18, you're like, yeah, I was just 18. Nah, because remember you just said that you had the wisdom and understanding of somebody older than that, which is what you would be able to bestow on him. Right? Ooh. So these things are conflicting when we saying them. Did you actually upgrade him, or was you mad and talking shit to him because he cheated on? Are most of us cowards? Are most of us willing to kill and die for our wife and children? Are we willing to defend ourselves? Do we know what it looks like when shit is hitting the fan? Do we know when danger is actually upon us? How many dangerous situations have we been in to tell? Do we know who we are in these ways? I'm gonna just tell y'all this. If you are in a real life situation and a person approaches you after an aggressive conversation, get yourself in a position in which you can defend yourself properly. So don't stay in a position that doesn't give you any advantage but put you at a disadvantage. Don't ever do that. see people picking and choosing, you know? So if I'm going to approach you in an aggressive manner, then I should stay that way. Or else you look bad. That shit look corny. That shit don't look good for men. Because it's like, damn, is there a low-level threat of violence between men for real? But that's the word. We pump faking. We half stepping. That shit take away from our strength, our bravado, when we don't know how this shit's supposed to go. So this is a thing that I just been trying to process, man. Don't sleep on nobody. And be ready. Be ready as you can. The man says he got cheated on, and you tell him he's the reason why he got cheated on because she didn't feel like she was getting enough emotional support from him. And you justify him getting cheated on.
And like I said, that's unfortunate. But the person that he
got cheated on, you would have been like, girl, that nigga ain't shit.
No, first of all, you don't know me, so you don't know what I would have said. I would have asked, well, what happened? What did you do? What did he do? I was trying to get the full story. But to just go on this I hate women train, I'm not about to do that. Like I said, give us the full details. But to just act like everything was just shine the rainbow, sorry, Uno, but it's more to it.
Right.
So I just want you to realize real quick, she was emotionally deprived, and you think
then she entered a relationship with him.
But no, you can't add that speculation on. What we do know, based on what he shared, and somehow you're saying he emotionally deprived her. You think that correlates?
Because before she probably sexually had that experience with that man, she probably emotionally attached herself to him.
Why would you think that?
Because as y'all like to just say that women just go and just be loose and just have sex.
You do. Remember we had the conversation.
But the majority of women, they are going to emotionally, the majority of women going to emotionally attach themselves to a man.
How?
And then have the intercourse.
How do you know that?
Because I know. The same way y'all know. The same way that y'all know everything that y'all done talked about all
No, what I'm saying is, how do you know that, and how can you justify that based on women's behavior?
Because it's statistics. Somebody do the research.
If she has a dream about me cheating, am I at fault now?
You did that shit.
You did that shit, nigga. You did that shit in your past life, man.
Damn, boy. So he got hit with a honey bun and it's his fault. Okay.
That's like a boomerang.
I mean, I don't know his situation. How much would you say yes or no?
Well, she let another man put his penis in her vagina. He didn't ask her to do it. She just went and did it because or whatever.
So, I mean, I don't know how necessarily it's his fault unless he, maybe he's seen the signs and just chose to ignore them. But other than that, like, I'm pretty sure you left after you found out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did the right thing.
Stepping away from it. So, is that an assurance for a partner? Is that an option as well? Like,
fellas,
like open book?
I got you. Real quick. Hey, fellas, if you dealing with a woman and she call you a partner, get up out of there. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me log in that joint whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I think that will work for sure. Yo, that accountability helps people too. If you know somebody else is looking at this shit, like how you reply, what you reply to, the bullshit, right? So like, for instance, this might be risky. Callie and I can see it, and my wife can see it. Now, I don't even really look at it that much because I know that they be looking at it. But also, bullshit get flushed. You know what I'm saying? It like take a weight off you, Right? Because temptation killed the cat. Pun intended.
I don't even have a lock on my phone. You can pick up my phone at any moment and go in there and look and see text messages and all of that shit.
Don't get a password. You say delete it, it's gonna be deleted. You mentioned that one of the problems was that you have so much access on social media. Like some people can message you, DM, your DMs popping. Him looking at it, is that going to satisfy him that it's confirmed now, or is he just trying to confirm whether or not you're responding back and cheating?
The con to that is that he gonna read all that shit the wrong way for sure.
Every time,
as he should. It ain't never all good.
I was just gonna say something to the effect of, in terms of social media, although primarily I do it for content creation. If my man had an issue with it, I was at it, no questions asked, because I've actually been there, done that.
It calls for strokes. Like somebody will punch you in your shit for talking too much and talking crazy.
It say that in the Bible? No, it doesn't say that in the Bible. That also equates to.
I knew it. A fool lips enter into contention and his mouth calleth for strokes. Proverbs 18:6.
Okay.
Because I read this shit. I'm just saying
I
about.
did too, 5,000 times.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, well, you didn't know that was in there, right?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out.
So.
Yeah. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ HAMP about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Yeah, it's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ HAMP about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show.
Well, we can kill all this. We can kill all this. Say, like, do you want to be next?
Anytime you ready, baby. I was supposed to be there.
Ooh, I'm with it.
I'm
with it. We can do it.
Knocks out everybody, and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. He hit harder than George. His reach is longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder and things. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Man, dude. Yeah. Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom. The switch was in the bed before the room was dark. Incredible. Fast. And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ HAMP about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And To all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real. Well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky. Let's go. This might be risky. No, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show.
Yo, check. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel most.
Run! It's a stampede! DJ HAMP the Stampede. DJ HAMP the Stampede.
Yo, top of the top. Can y'all hear this? I had tried to fix it from earlier. Can you hear that? All right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Me? No. The sound effect.
Wow. Yeah, we can hear your sound effects too.
All right. Salute to everybody, man. We got a couple other brothers joining, a couple ladies, but the show must move forward, man. I said I made a vow to not start late, so I do my best to keep that. You feel me? So they'll be joining when they get here. A lot of people, just generally speaking, don't respect time for some reason, and they wonder why they continue to work mediocre jobs. So it makes sense, you know. Shout out to us entrepreneurs that work for ourselves, so we can't afford that. We don't give a fuck about vacations either. We just know we missing money, but we smile through it. While you niggas who work for them crackers, stay late and stay in a position of castration. Hit the like button if you can. That helps the channel the most, man.
Run! It's a stampede! DJ HAMP the Stampede. DJ HAMP the Stampede.
Yo, Mr. Williams, what's poppin'?
Hey, what's good? Hey, salute to everybody on the panel in the chat, man. Love.
Indeed, man. How you feeling? What's up with all that ice you got on your neck?
You seen?
Well, I got to do some old shit here. Like, my wife's job gave us a wedding shower yesterday. And so we got to enjoy some extra shit and stuff. And we had some of our family that showed up, and it was a surprise. And I can't lie, I felt kind of
gay,
happy. I got the frolic and everything. So I've been having fun for the last 2 days. So yeah, my wife's job actually showed out for us, and it's grateful. And I gotta say, this might be risky, man. Thank y'all for all the love y'all show behind the scenes and on Facebook and everything. So hey, that's all I can do right now. Like, but I ain't gonna lie, I've been getting.
Damn. Hey, land that plane. Land that plane, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, I'm landing it because I gotta give you props. Like him, you don't know how many people actually in my family and friends actually show you love and everything you've done for our family. You just don't know. So I just wanted to say that shit. So yeah,
I love you too, man. Tell the family.
Can I compliment him on his watch?
Yes.
Mr. Williams, that's a nice watch. What size is it? I'm not telling you that. You're not gonna get me robbed. I don't know it. It looked like it might fit. You're not gonna get me robbed. I'm like, yeah,
you don't get that big ass bitch.
No.
Yo, man.
My ring size is 8.5. That's the only thing you're gonna get. But no,
yo, what's average for ring size?
Shit, I don't know.
8.5, Mr. Williams?
No, that's my ring size.
Wow. Wait, do they have girl and boy sizes?
I palmed 2 basketballs.
Nah, so I'm saying that's small. I'm saying
No, like, cause I know my girl ring size, but is girl ring size?
See, my
Nah, it
wife's
just go
ring
up
size
like
is a
4,
9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
But
my
coming
girl
to basketball, bro, most niggas' hands are little.
Huh?
Yeah, most niggas' hands are
trying
little.
to get out of this.
Coming to basketball,
Yeah,
this
get out of it. Yo, 8 is small as fuck, right?
no 8.5 for a ring size though.
Hold
That
on,
mean I'm not
ask my
fat,
wife
nigga.
real quick.
I'm not fat, bro.
Hold on. Cause hold on.
I'm thick, but I'm not fat.
What?
I'm a 11.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So, hey, 8.5 for my size. Yeah,
8.5.
Yes, because hell, I'm 6'1", so hey, my frame is athletic.
Hey.
You're a football player. My shit is football and basketball.
What's your ring size?
8.5.
Huh?
My wife is a 9. Shit, I'm cool.
All right, bye. So I think hers like a 6.5, 7.
So that's small hands. Like, damn, Hamp.
You got little ass hands.
No, I don't, bro. I wear 8.5, but I palm 2 basketballs at the same time.
Prove it.
Don't you want to play with me with this again, Hamp?
That ass. Go get a basketball. I want to see this. 8.5.
No, I can't do that right now because no, they're not even there. My wife moved those, so no.
Just call her. Tell her go get them. It's not like she got to move a weight
you
bench
know,
set.
I've showed you basketball trophies and everything, but no, there's no basketballs right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got. I'm not saying you can't play basketball. I'm saying you can't palm a basketball.
Who the fuck?
You, that ass. 8.5. Come on, you nuggieable at 8.5.
Bruh, my hands as far as
is
my
a
ring
12.
size, my wingspan is wider, sir.
What you mean wingspan?
Yes,
That's
my
this.
wing size.
That's when you put your arms.
All of this shit. That's wider than your ring size, Hamp.
8.5. You gonna have to walk around apologizing.
No, you don't, because you're only wearing your ring size. My hands are longer than yours because you're a football player.
How you know that?
And I'm a basketball player.
I wear a size 12, Mr. Win. My hands is way bigger.
And I wear 13, Hamp. So what are you doing?
I'm saying my ring. The ring, I'm saying.
Damn, then you fat like sausages. Hold up. You sure you're not eating pork?
No, but my hand is like 10 inches though. Like 9.5, 10 inches. That's what I'm saying.
So I wear in a ring size 8.5 for a ring. My hand size, me gripping some shit is that. My shoe size is 13. Hell, come on now, you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You like
you being unfair, No, you can't win on that.
If you get in beef with somebody and they want to fight, call me, man.
No, because I hit hard in a motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Nah, not with 8.5. Nah.
Wait a minute. You talking about an 8.5 ring size?
Power ain't your game. It ain't your game. That ain't your game. You more of a speed. You more of a you gotta be you gotta be either an apology nigga or a shooter nigga. You not like a nigga. Think about it, Mr. Williams. We square up and you got an 8.5 hand. I'm like, my nigga, you good? Like,
I got trained though.
Let me see. Put your dukes up. Let me see how you put your dukes up.
You know what? That's
hell
good.
no.
And then I gotta do this.
Yo, he said, yo, Mr. Williams did like
do this shit.
Hey, Mark,
you can try that, but guess what? Him. And I'm not a nigga that can. I'm not scared to stand all the way
rock,
up.
paper, scissors.
That's bullshit, Mr. Williams. I ain't like that.
So hold up. So you mean to tell me you fighting? Because I hate to tell y'all, all my points came from the middle, the bread basket, all of that shit. No, you a goddamn lie. You get more points from the bottom than anything. You hit a nigga with a liver shot, guess what you got?
The same amount of points as you get from a face shot.
But the liver shot is more crucial.
What I'm saying is that 8.5 ain't doing shit on that liver.
But you saying my ring size? That wasn't shit about
bro.
my fight.
He was like, "Yo, Hamp." I'm like, "Yo, Mr. Williams, you good? Walk it off, bro."
Nah, you're not doing that one.
All right, man.
No, you
Salute to Mr. Williams, man. Yo, Mom, what up, baby?
He just had to win.
I'm disappointed, man. I'm real disappointed. I don't think none of that can fit me but the change. So,
yeah. I would not get. Why you act like my little brothers are not? I have sent pictures. My little brothers are actually 6'6", 6'5". They've never won.
We don't care.
I settled for the chain.
Yo. You don't want none of the other shit now.
Hey,
I settled for the chain, man. He can keep the rest.
I'll come out of retirement for mine, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like now, mine. I'll be the old man and knock out a young nigga for mine.
Mine not a small man though. Pause.
I know he's the same size as my fucking little brothers. Duh.
Mr. Williams, I don't want
hey, mine. Look, I'm just bullshitting because I'm tired and I'm old. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke. I just want the chain. That's all.
Man, that'd be easy.
No, you gotta get with my wife on that. She bought this bitch. Hey, y'all. Anybody want to know? Yes, my wife bought it.
My grandma bought me this check.
Salute. Fat boy, what's poppin'?
There they go. Hey, y'all. Shit, let it go.
All right, Mr. Williams. Hold it down, please. Fat boy, what's goody? How you?
What's up, Hamp, man? I'm good.
You know I called you. Hold on, Mr. Williams. You're not that funny, don't you? You good? Hold on a second. Fat boy, hey man, I needed your expertise for this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see you set me up pretty good, boy. I was like, this nigga here. I didn't even know what the show was about. I was like, damn, I said, he got me again. Here we go. And you got Mr. Williams up here? And Sean?
Well, see, what I did, I was actually pretty.
Yeah, boy, I didn't know.
Hold on, Mr. Williams. Hold on. Let me get through the intros. Hey, I actually was pretty strategic. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, who is understanding of shit even when they shouldn't be? Mont instantly popped up. Sean instantly popped up. Tiff, that shirt.
Nigga Mont be reckless as hell.
Well,
that nigga be.
Give him a breath.
That nigga be savage. Come on, man. Somebody he understanding. And I already know how this gonna go.
Hey, yo, let me assemble this, man. You know what I mean? Tiff, what's goody?
Hi, Hampton. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you for being at the stream today and supporting. I apologize for my audio. I don't know what happened, but we pushed through. We made it.
Yeah, you know what it was. When you took your headphones back and forth, it caused that interference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't use headphones, but I think they do for most people. Help their sound and stuff. You know, so I see a lot of people use them. I generally don't, but also depends on your microphone too. You know, mine condenses pretty good, so it doesn't pick up a lot of background. Plus, the room I'm in my house, because it's an older house, it's oak. It's not pine, so you can't hear shit. You know what I mean? So,
well, you'd be happy to hear my husband did give me some mics. They're charging, so the little square thing that you have, I have them. They're charged up, so I'll just start using those.
Congratulations!
What'd you say? What'd you say? Upgrade? Like I'm on my new iPad that my husband got me. I'm on a cute little outfit.
Hey, sit your ass.
That my husband got me. So yeah. I'm with my husband, Fat Boy. Excuse you?
I mean, I ain't saying nothing.
Nah, Fat Boy, right, man. It's like you be doing good, then you start doing bad that quickly.
Oh, sorry.
You know Sean, what's good, baby?
Yo, what's the word?
Yo,
so look,
man.
I'm wondering, am I on the old nigga side of this goddamn ledger? Damn, I'm like, he got me with the old niggas.
Damn, this nigga here. See?
Damn.
See?
Got my bad, y'all.
Listen, you all right, man. We the countdown is T-1 day, right? We got 1 day in a wake up, right? Or 2 days in a wake up.
Yeah, for sure. We're almost there.
Yo, man. I think I fly out at like
everybody don't know what that 1 day in a wake up means. Come on, man.
All praises. All praises. They don't know what that means. Tiff no. Tiff no. Jailbird. Yeah, man, we got 2 days of wake up, man. This is my first time in Chicago, man. I'm excited, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. We're going to have a good time for sure.
Word is born. I think I was supposed to land at like 12. I think I landed like 3 now, 3:30 on Friday. So
let's go. We'll be ready.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Salute to my brother Truth. He had a dope live show yesterday. That's why I missed the POV. I meant to put out an episode, but I just got distracted. So dope ass show. Yeah, I know Truth hurts. If y'all don't, you probably live under a rock and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a hell of a show. So salute. Other people will get here when they get here. We're going to get it popping, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Run! It's a stampede! DJ Ham the Stampede. DJ Ham the Stampede.
So we've been assessing different things that we heard and repeated numerous of times without more of an assessment and an analytical look and view. You know, salute to Sean, salute to Shad in terms of the scrutiny of numbers and statistics, you know. You need quantitative data to line up with the qualitative aspects too, right? And that's often left out when we have the conversations. What makes a thing so good or so bad, right? So the dating of the single mother seems to be one of those more of the maybe stringent parameters that I've seen, I think. You know, I've even questioned where a man will sacrifice, he will acquiesce, right? He will take a bad attitude from a woman over her having a kid. I asked that question and most of the brothers agreed. I'd rather her have a mediocre to negative or bad attitude than her having a kid, right? So they're willing to take disrespect over her having a kid. So I'm trying to make some assessments. What do you guys think about that first and foremost? If you had two options, the women are the exact same, right? Just as beautiful, smart, One has a poor, more unbecoming attitude than the other. And the other one has a great attitude but has a kid. What is your election and why? Mont, what's popping?
I'm taking on with a kid. I don't play with people's daughters. You better have no crazy mouth with me.
Just simple as that.
Yeah, I don't play with people's daughters. Yeah, I take the one with the kid. Everybody in the house gonna listen.
Okay. Why?
Because if the kid don't listen, you going with your dad. He take care of you. Now, you see your mom on the weekends.
Now, Ma, how realistic is that now? Don't be, come on now.
I'm keeping Listen, if you don't listen, or if your father has rules that he wants you to follow inside of my house, you can go live with your dad. I think it's realistic. Because if somebody told me like, yo, my man said that, you can't dictate nothing over here. This is his house. Bring them over here. I already got my kids though. But if I didn't have my kids, I'm their dad. They can stay with me. Like it ain't that's how I see the world. So, if I'm gonna be with a woman with kids, then she needs to understand that I'm the leader of this household, right? The leader of this household. If, young boy don't want to listen, he has another parent. So
I'm gonna put the poll in the chat. Pause. What would you choose? Woman with bad attitude or woman with kid? I'm interested. Kid, attitude. Let's see. Put a 1 in the chat if you choose a woman with a bad attitude. Put a 2 in the chat if you choose a woman with a kid. I also put a official poll up as well. Now, I understand what Mont's saying, and I agree. But I think he's speaking more of a perfect world scenario. So what's the reality? But I think I can accept the initial answer of I'm taking the woman that has a kid over the woman with a poor disposition or behavior. Because he don't play with women in terms of accepting that. You know, the kid you can control, right? You can parent the kid. You know, but that bad attitude is seemingly hard to overcome. What you think, Fat Boy?
I'm taking the one with the kid for sure.
Why?
Well, I can mold a kid. You know, it take a little time. You know, but that attitude, man, shit, that ain't gonna be nothing but a problem the whole time, man. You know.
So what do you think?
I got a lot of baby mamas. You know, so I don't mind.
Fat Boy, you have to
I
clarify.
done had a lot of baby.
Okay.
I mean,
you said you have a lot of baby mamas, or you had a lot of baby mamas.
I married several baby mothers.
Okay.
So.
And you found it unproblematic.
No, you had problems, but they dispositions were pretty good for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we did hit some bumps in the road that hence we divorced, but it wasn't starting out with a whole bunch of attitude and, all that crazy stuff, and the kids listen for the most part.
Okay, but the elephant in the room is you divorced all of them.
Yeah. I mean, we ran into some problems. One situation was my fault, but the rest of them,
No, we don't know that. That's what I'm saying. You the expert on this. Did the kids get in the way? 3.
Nah, the kids ain't never get in the way.
Ever, Fat Boy.
Not for me. The kids never got in the way.
So let me get this straight.
Like I told you, man. In 2018, I almost died. They came all 12 of them came and took care of me. Right? The kids never got in the way.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Was it their attitudes the reason why you divorced them?
No, it was time and people thinking they can do better, and how that shit.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna digress for a second.
Cause you gotta think about it, man. I raised a lot of them kids. They raised now the kids almost grown, so now they feel like they can find somebody better, and situations, and how that shit goes. The grass ain't always green on the other side.
So
I done did the hard part.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna pause. Just hold that thought. Sean, same question. Bad attitude or a kid? Which woman you choosing?
Can I start off with a quote from the Bible?
Yes.
Camp, what happened on the 7th day in Genesis?
Niggas took a nap.
See, I ain't never read it, but I heard that Sky Daddy decided to take a nap. Now, what you think he was cuddled up with, possibly, maybe allegedly? I don't know. Who knows? But I think on that day, he created the most beautiful creation ever. That gushy baby mama box. Oh, Lord. He was just laid up and he like, you know what? Baby mama box. Go ahead, throw it out there for the homies. Let me tell you something. You give me that baby mama box any day over a chick with a bad attitude. Them kids raise their goddamn self after they about 3, man. I don't even know what you niggas complaining about, man. That shit ain't even that tough, man.
Yo, man. Are you trolling?
You ain't coming around this motherfucker with no attitude. I'm dead. You ain't coming around this motherfucker with no attitude. No. Don't come around here with no attitude. Give me the baby mama. She can have 3 of them kids. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't coming around this bitch with no attitude. I'm telling you that, because it ain't gonna work.
God damn, man. Are you trolling?
About the baby mama box?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a connoisseur. Yeah, I have a collection of baby mamas in the closet, man.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Back in the gap.
The key is you didn't keep them, though. You just smashing them. So you saying they only good for sex?
You saying they good for whatever you want them to good? Be
Talking
good
about
for.
some Huggy Bear shit.
Oh, Huggy Bear, yeah.
No, we're not gonna get nowhere if you trolling, my nigga.
No, I'm saying most of my girls had a kid. Look, I said I like my pussy pre-season. Come with your kid already. Come ready to be a freak. Get that shit out your system, and we can rock out because we ain't having no more kids. Get the kids out your system. Nigga, I'm 47. I can't meet no chick without no kids at this point. They got kids. Them little niggas grown, as a matter of fact. Yeah, so
and the truth is, this might be maybe the largest dating pool from like 35 to 45. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably most of the people who still outside, because the niggas that's 31 to 32, they just getting married. They ain't got divorced yet. At 35, niggas pretty much already got their divorce out the way. And now niggas is going from 35 to 45, like 50. So this is a real range. So you just saying realistically, how is it likely she gonna not have a kid?
Yeah, and I'm saying, bro, think about all the fine women got kids. Just the other thing, right? Them kids is like an anchor. They anchor them to the United States, right? They ain't trying to go out of the country or nothing. They ain't trying to do nothing extravagant because they got to worry about the kid and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they could be a little joint. You ain't got to do no extras. That little motherfucker raise itself, and y'all rock out.
God damn, man. Aaron, what's popping?
Greetings, everyone. I hope all is well. The show is what's popping.
Indeed. So my question was, would you rather date a woman with a
baby mom?
Why?
Get it up.
Why?
Because decorum and comportment is the number one priority of mine. I hold myself to an astronomically high standard of comportment and decorum, and I expect anyone in my circle, in my inner circle, to behave the same way. If not, you will exit my inner circle, and if you don't exit it, you will be jettisoned. That is the one thing I do not play with. Never have, never will. Not even in a little bit.
Word.
I don't play them games. You get funky with the mouth, you're going to disappear. Because here's the thing. My greatest weapon's right here. Mm-hmm. A woman's greatest weapon's right here. The tongue is a razor blade. The tongue is a 50 caliber weapon. You're not hitting me with it. Mm-hmm. You're crazy.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Okay. Tiff, what you think about the gentleman's answers thus far? Come on, you trying to become a professional around Tiff? The pauses.
I'm taking it in. I'm taking it all in.
Pause.
Tony's right here next to me.
They done.
Why is that pause for me?
They done talking. Tiff, talk your shit. What you think about what you heard thus far?
I actually find it refreshing. When I met Tony, I had a kid. I had a son. I have one child, and when I met him, my son was 8, and he came in and did a lot of things. And I hear he worked with attitude and a kid. So I have an extraordinary husband. But I think it's good to see men that are not saying that if you have a child or if you have children, that does not automatically like make you like the blue-blinded plague. So it's kind of refreshing to hear that if you're a pleasant woman, and even if you have a child, that as long as you're pleasant and you have decorum and you're willing to I don't like the program thing, but at least coachable, I would say. That doesn't mean that like you're out to the pastures. But I also think that it says something that to single women that are child free, like if your behavior is so ridiculous that the woman with a child is a better option, like y'all out here wilding.
Okay. Yeah, no, 100%. Now let me see what the official poll says. The official poll says, I said, what you choose, women with bad attitude or women with kid? 70% of the people in the chat, I have to say people because obviously women too voted, I'm sure, are saying kid. What do you guys make of that sentiment? Aaron, have you seen that in mass, or have you seen it opposite? When we ask about different dispositions and archetypes, it seems like the baby mama is often the one that's like, stay away.
That's what they say on the internet. Okay. But I've seen all manner of parent being dated if she has the right disposition and is attractive to the eye. That kid is just, something to deal with, something, price you got to pay to do business.
Okay.
So, but I don't see a mass exodus away from women with children. Now, I do see the one thing that's goofy is they'll exchange disposition for beauty. I think that's a goofy proposition. But who am I to judge? But no, the kid is last on the list of priorities. This beauty and comportment are upstairs. Downstairs, kids, people don't worry about them kids. Not really.
Let me ask you guys this question. Let me ask this question. Fat boy, you got two women. They're equal, right? One has a kid, one has an abortion. Which one you choosing?
I'm choosing one with the kid. You're a murderer. Oh, my bad. I can't say that, can I? Dang.
I think you can.
Go.
So you choosing the one that has the kid?
Yeah, at least you tough enough to stick it out. The other one just a quitter.
Okay.
She just gave up.
Damn.
And you took a life. Ah.
So you can't mess with her.
No.
Okay. So you taking the kid that's here?
Yeah, all day long.
Mr. Williams, what say you?
I do not want you to come to me with that. I've been through it. So if you kill our child, guess what? I can't fuck with you. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've been through that.
It's not even your child. It's just it's a child. It's a child. So
But I've had two stillborn children as well. So it's kind of, it might be biased, HAMP. So I've had two stillborn kids. So, but if you wanted to get an abortion, I do not respect that at all.
Okay, so you got two women of equal value, quality, beauty. One has an abortion, the other one doesn't. You going with the one that does not and has the kid?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I actually almost lost my first wife. I almost lost her and the child. We didn't even get a choice, and the child actually had to go anyway. So with my first marriage. With my other kid, I have multiple kids, but that almost killed her. And so we had to make a decision, and it wasn't a good one. And the baby wasn't, the rate was 5%. So.
Okay. So you're saying based on your past experience of losing kids without choice, you by no means would choose a woman if you knowingly knew she had an abortion over a woman who has the kid standing there. Okay.
Because
I got you. Let's keep it moving. Mom, what you think?
What up?
Did you? You was putting the babies to bed. Did you hear my question?
Nah. From context, I'm assuming you asked, would I choose a woman who's had an abortion before versus one who hasn't?
The one who has the kid versus the one who had the abortion.
Oh, so no, break it down for me. Ask the question.
Yeah. So women of equal value, beauty, everything, right? One has a kid standing there. One has an abortion.
Oh, the one with the abortion.
Why?
Oh,
because she don't have a kid. I'm not gonna act like a kid is ideal. It's not a deal breaker for me. I've never dealt with a woman with a child, right? I've been physical with them, but I've never actually been in a relationship with one. But it's not a deal breaker for me. However, I know that if one does not have a kid, then it's just more ideal,
Okay, so you saying that it just suits you. You're pro-choice just in life?
Yeah, I'm pro-choice.
Okay. So you don't think that speaks to her character? You're just saying that's a decision she made at that time?
Yeah, not at all.
Okay. Fat Boy had called her a murderer, quote unquote.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
I mean, That's his business. I think I live in the real world, not the real world. I live in like a normal people world, like at least where I grew up at, right? Like it's not that crazy. Where I know if he's religious, he sees the world from that perspective. I get it. But I think that most, at least growing up, most normal people, like it wasn't like what I'm seeing on the internet these days. I never had that perspective that it was like you're killing babies and all that type of stuff. Nah.
I got you. Okay. Big Aaron, same question.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the baby.
Why?
And the reason being, I mean, unless it was like some unfortunate reason that she became pregnant, but if she was just doing what I call recreational abortion, like you just got with the wrong cat, woke up with buyer's remorse, and found your way out, you made two poor decisions. You laid down with the wrong dude, and then you flee the results, the responsibility of dealing with the consequences, right? So that tells me you're going to have issues with facing accountability for your actions, which have already been established to be lousy anyway. So no, we're not.
I see. So Aaron's saying that actually does show her decision making, her discernment, right? And then her lack of accountability. Is that fair?
Yes, sir. The precedent is real.
She set a precedent with that decision. That is an interesting take. Sean, hold on, man. You see, I'm going quick, so we can go back and forth. Sean, what say you?
Man, I'm gonna be like, "What up, twin? We gonna sit."
Sean, let me talk to you. Yo, Sean, come on, man. They gonna throw the whole conversation away, fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm serious, man. I'm pro-choice, right? And I'm pro get rid of them little motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm pro that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very staunchly. I would probably have 27 kids, bro, if it weren't for that blessing, man.
Oh,
That
damn.
technological blessing. I would probably have 20-some kids, man. You know what I'm saying?
If a coat hanger is technological, man, we going backwards, boy.
Yeah, it's a technological blessing.
This nigga Sean a
Shout out
serial
to
killer.
Sky Daddy. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sean,
Hold on. So Sean's saying, yo, listen, man, that kid in a way, right? If I had the choice, I would choose the one that made that decision that I've made or had made for me numerous of times. Okay.
Yeah, and see, this the thing.
Everybody
differs on it, right? Everybody differs on it, right? But we have different opinions on what's a human or what's a life form. We got different opinions on that, and so my opinion is it's not a human yet. And so yeah, fuck that little motherfucker. It's just wistful thinking inside of a vagina. That's how I look at it.
Jesus Christ. August, what's popping?
What it do?
Everything, man. That mic sound crisp. So, the first question that you missed that I would like a succinct answer to is, would you date a woman that has a bad attitude over a woman that has a child?
A woman that has a bad attitude over a woman that has a child. No, I wouldn't date a woman with a bad attitude.
You would take the woman that has a child?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this question that's on the table is the woman that has a child or the woman that has an abortion?
Abortion.
Why?
I don't see it going anywhere if she got a child for real, because I'm more than likely not paying for nobody else's child. And then abortion, I hear what everybody's saying about the abortion thing. Some people could have had an abortion and changed their heart and don't want to go through that again. So I don't think that really speaks to the character so much, but I would go with the one with the abortion so we can start fresh.
Okay. So you're saying you don't want to take care of anybody else's responsibility. Okay. And we're going to get to that
Yeah.
part. Tiffocracy, what do you think about the answers to this question thus far?
It's interesting. I respect Sean's honesty. 27 is wild.
Cut. You becoming a professional. Cut the arms out. Tiff, What do you think about the answers that you heard thus far for this question?
I respect the answers. I appreciate Sean's honesty. I think that he probably was the most genuine of everybody.
Genuine? Why? Because he was overt?
No, I don't think that women are just going around saying if they've terminated a pregnancy or not. So I don't know how you would even know that unless she gave you that information. And if she was vulnerable enough to share that with you and you held it against her, I would question your character. It's a bit odd to me.
So you're saying that because people differ on those on that particular subject, right? Do you think that that is an unimportant topic to discuss when you about to marry or be with somebody long term?
Long term, no, I think it's a discussion. But in dating, I think if you've gotten to the point to that's a thing, if you're able to explain why a termination happened, I don't think most people would walk away from that. I'm not a man, so I don't know. I just find it interesting, and if a woman made a decision that she was not ready to be a parent and the father was not ready to be a parent, and now this woman has presented herself in a way that you deemed her worthy of being with her, that was an option that turned her into who she was. It's some additional things that you're gonna have to work with, but she is who she is, and you accepted that.
Do you
and now you are go ahead.
Real quick? Do you put murderers, and I'm saying murderers, right? I'm not saying somebody who killed somebody justifiably, so I'm saying murderer, right? Thou shalt not murder, right? Pedophiles, rapists, molesters, are these adjacent, same category, similar in terms of how egregious that is?
No.
Okay, so a murderer is a lesser tier than a rapist.
Pardon?
Yeah. So you have these categories: murder, rape, molestation, pedophilia. You got all those categories. Is that like the same realm of egregious things that you could possibly do to another person?
Oh, for sure. But I'm not. It kind of goes back to what Sean
No,
was
I'm saying, do you think it is though?
Yeah, I mean, if to rape a person is to you just have a walking corpse. You've taken something from somebody
Okay,
that they
but
can never get back.
listen to what I'm saying. So you saying you do put that in the same category, murder?
Yeah.
So Fat Boy has a very strong feeling of this. Are you saying that if a woman's dating him and she has that, he shouldn't have that information?
Dating?
Well, yeah. What the qualification of where you share information like that? So long term marriage, whatever those things are, they broaching. They're going towards that.
Long term and a full commitment, then yes. But just like casually dating, no, that's not his business.
Okay. I just wonder, because from Fat Boy's disposition, what would we offer reform to the other things in that same category?
Oh, hey, quick question.
Go ahead.
Were you asking this question in terms of not long-term dating, just like
No, it's all
fucking around?
long-term dating. I'm saying serious relationship.
Okay, well, Tiff, he's saying it's only long-term dating, no type
I
of.
don't need. I can appreciate that you're not from the side today, Mom, but I don't need an interpretation. I understand my little big brother very well.
Okay.
But thank you.
Because you answered like you didn't understand, so I apologize.
No. I didn't answer in a way that you thought was acceptable. And what I said,
good. Let's not devolve. We wasting time having a conversation about the conversation. We good.
Like,
so
don't do that.
And the reason why I'm being open is because I think I'm saying long-term relationship because, like, for instance, I know that's one people have prescribed that long-term relationships are valuable. You don't have to get married under the government, So I'm just giving credence to that. That's why I'm saying long-term. I would just say marriage, but I want to make sure people don't just check out, And just frankly, right, to Mont's point, we're talking serious the entire show, a substantive, serious relationship, right? Because what'll happen is we try to create a loophole by saying it ain't serious, so now I don't have to give this information. So I think that's good. Even though Tiff understood me, I think him offering that is a good clarification for everybody up here. You know?
Mm.
So we solid. Okay, Mont, do you remember what you wanted to? Was it Sean or Big Aaron? You wanted to say
I think
something.
they both got the same position, so they both can get it. Pause.
Go ahead, talk that shit.
I'm trying to I'd like to understand a little bit more of like how can they think it's like a character flaw or something like that. A lot of people just believes different things, and it's very possible you can get with that woman, and through her, you being with her, she can see it from a different perspective she never saw it from before. Of like, oh, you think it's killing a baby? I never thought of that. I never thought of it that way. A lot of women don't come from the backgrounds that other people come from. So I don't think it speaks to her character much at all, honestly, if I'm being honest. But I want to hear, their perspective on that.
Okay, so it would be more
got
it would be more so Big Aaron and Fat Boy. Go ahead, Fat Boy. You can go first. Aaron, you have limited time though. You go first.
No,
All right, we
let's
good.
just
Okay.
Yeah.
Fat Boy, you go first.
So even if you take it away from the murder aspect, you gotta look at the fact that she made a decision to have sex and with a guy, and for whatever reason she got pregnant. Denounced to both of them. Now you make another decision to terminate that pregnancy, which I call murder, and think that she's still some kind of good character or moral character. I can't see that.
Can
That's
we?
just that's just poor decision making and somebody that's basically taking the easy way out.
Yeah. You know what I think is disingenuous to call it murder? Because when you say it, when people hear it, they're thinking what they think when they think murder, right? They're thinking somebody who had a life, somebody who had a family, somebody who had a bunch of loved ones, somebody who had hobbies, somebody who had an education possibly, right? Somebody who had humanity. So when you say the word, that's what we all are thinking. But you're talking about something that's you're technically trying to say is a real life, but in reality, right? You don't remember when you was born, right? And my youngest child is 7. If I asked them, you remember when you was born, they would tell me no. But I feel like when they were 4, I'd be like, oh, you remember when you was born? They would tell me no, right? Like I don't think that like there's no type of consciousness for real inside of the womb. So it's like the pain and the murder. I don't think that's a thing.
Hold up, I need to say this right now. Mine, you are really a fucking narcissist for real. You keep on talking about what all of us have been through and your ass hasn't for real. You're disrespectful for one, doing the subtle shit and everything. No, guess what? Actually pay attention to what everybody else has gone through, because you're not the first father or any of that shit. You like to play this game where you're smarter than everybody, and you'll say it on the panels. So don't look silly and don't look goofy, because you'll be like, oh, no, I got all the answers and I'm this. No, guess what? You are actually lost more than anybody right now, because you don't want to actually get advice or get anything, because you know everybody, you know everything. You do it everywhere you go. You know more than all, and you don't. That's how I know you
land that plane
on some bullshit. Guess what you need to do and humble yourself. People are actually saying certain things like, hey,
Mr. Williams, land the plane.
I'm gonna land it really quick, because we have the most intelligent motherfucker on YouTube now with mine, because he disagrees and agrees with everybody and everybody's wrong. No, you know what? Pay attention and actually listen to what everybody's saying instead of you always right.
So what did he do that
oh hell,
triggered
I
that?
don't want you to say right now. Don't say it, please.
No, I'm
Just
saying
give me Hey, y'all give me
hold on. Well, this I want to cut this short now. The filibustering, being redundant, not being succinct, I'm gonna mute you. and then I'm gonna just kick people off. So be very
I
aware
know you're
of
gonna do that, but I'm not even
hold
trying
on,
to
not
be
and then talking
disingenuous.
while I'm talking when I'm talking to everybody is not tolerable, right? Because we do it too often,
know
too much, and we
get on
are
everybody last.
Miss Williams. Stop talking for a second. We do it too often, and I think people don't realize how rude it is to be long-winded and to belabor your points and be redundant. That is rude to the rest of the panel. I want to stop that before it even gets started. Now, here's my question, Mr. Williams. What did he say just now? Because he has a differing opinion from Fat Boy and Big Aaron that made him a narcissist.
It's everything he does, him. For real. Oh, and he disagrees with everybody. And guess what? I disagree with this. Are you serious? Like, always plays this game where it is, I don't agree with it, and this is what I'm gonna do. He does it on other panels as well. I've been paying attention to this shit. He likes to do, hey, every time when y'all say something that's actually common sense, what he does.
Okay, now here's my question. Here's my question. He
and I've been gone for a few days.
Here's my
I'm
question.
sorry, y'all. I think I'm on a delay.
He said, a little bit. He said very similarly, but much more diplomatically, what Sean said in a very sensational way. Sean said, nigga, somebody called Sean a serial killer. He said, damn right. Now, I don't know if he heard Fat Boy say it, but he don't even agree that those babies are babies. But Sean said it way more harsh than mine. Mine's just challenging their thought process.
But we did get on Kenny's ass when he did the same shit that Mott's doing. Because Kenny's doing.
Mr. Williams, you bringing in too much stuff now. You
hold up, but
you're gonna hold on. I'm saying you're gonna destroy the comp. Nah, we don't start name dropping. That's not my steez. I don't like that. Okay, so I will digress from that for a second. Mont, you were talking to Fat Boy, right? Or Aaron. So let's get back to it, right? Aaron, Big Aaron. Sorry.
Yes.
He's saying, I think one of the key things that I would like your response to, if you don't mind, is how are you making so many determinations about her character because of that one act? Or the said act, not just one, said act.
Yeah, because you have yourself in a situation and you're looking for a way out. It's that simple. Mm-hmm. Becoming pregnant is not like getting it wrong when you don't use a pencil eraser for that. Like, that's a very, very heavy, meaningful proposition. I would say, other than living life itself, it's the next most fun, the next most profound decision and undertaking a human could ever make. In fact, I know it's that because it's how humans evolve and progress into the future. We live our lives, and then after that, we procreate. Everything else is tertiary to those first two things. So to put yourself in a position where that is now your life, or you're faced with that responsibility, and then electing to reverse course on that, or escape it, or avoid it, or whatever the case is, without any real. And like I said, it's different if there's extreme circumstances, extenuating circumstances that would justify it. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about recreational deletion. That's crazy. I think it's an affront to the creator.
That's his answer, Mont.
Okay. I think recreational, like just getting abortions, like they, or like popping Plan Bs, like they like at Starburst. I would say that might say something about somebody's character. But I don't see it as like trying to get a quick fix to a problem. A lot of times people make mistakes. People make poor decisions. People have sex and things like that. Now, if she got a bunch of abortions, I think that's different. But just one abortion, I don't see it that way. And I'm curious, how do y'all feel about condoms and other types of contraceptive? I'm curious how y'all feel about that.
So let's try to move it forward a little bit. Essentially, you are he's saying, you avoiding pregnancy either way it go, from a condom to an abortion to a Plan B to a female condom, etc. Contraceptive. I think, the obvious argument and retort is that abortion being used as contraceptive is diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the retort. What would you say to that?
Yeah, I would agree. But if somebody's using abortion as contraceptive, they would have had a lot of abortions unless they only had a little bit of sex.
Can I?
Yes, Fat Boy, you can.
So
Go ahead.
You brought up a point when you first started.
Hey, hold on, real
Mark,
quick, Fat
when you
Boy.
started
Hey,
talking
Tiff,
about
I gotta walk off real quick. Watch these niggas for me. All right. No, thanks. I'll be right back. Go ahead, Fat Boy.
you when you first started talking, you started talking about what you considered a life to be, but none of the things that you said actually makes a life. Your life begins at the point of conception, when you're concept, and that's the beginning of life. That's why I call it murder. You don't have to have, you know, a job and family and everything like that just to be considered alive. You know, that's why I consider it to be murder.
Fat boy. And see, when you mentioned my name about damn, I'm on here with Sean. See, I knew Sky Daddy sent me here for a reason. Your Honor, is this nigga the same nigga that beat a nigga with a gas pick or
Oh,
something at the
this
gas?
nigga.
Is this the same nigga that
Yeah.
beat a nigga half to death at a gas station?
Yeah.
Is this the same nigga? What are we talking about? What are we talking? So it's okay to beat a fully grown nigga, but a little motherfucker that ain't even born yet is not a. What are we talking
Yes,
about?
yeah, Sean. That's an innocent
The
person.
most violent
Person.
niggas that be on these panels be the ones that's anti-abortion. That is the wildest shit in the world. It's okay to fuck them up when they become adults. This is
Now,
wild, man.
I'm not against taking the life of a fully functioning adult. Now, I'm not against that at all. You know that. I mean, but
Why?
I mean, an innocent child,
Much. You
you
see
know, that
the
ain't even
problem,
had
Much?
a chance.
I talk
Go
to
ahead.
these men every day, man. See, so I know the conflicts in the words that they say, man.
It's
You know
not a
Sean,
what I'm
is
saying?
conflict.
I do have a question because isn't Mr. Aaron a sniper too?
Yes. What's that got to do anything?
Well, if we're
Oh,
talking about like taking lives, now I know that you're doing it for. Hey, thank you for your service, first of all, and I'm a daughter
Well,
of a
that seals it
military
up then,
vet.
didn't it?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but there are times when you feel like the cost of life is one that may be sacrificed. Do you think that there are some women that they don't want to bear children? They don't want to do that. They don't want to raise children by themselves. They don't want to bring a child into a home that's not stable, and they understand the cost. So I think a lot of times we're talking very casually about a decision of where mama, I'm 47. I still call my mom for everything that I need. My son is 28. He still contacts and contact. That's a lifelong decision for forever. So I just find it odd that we have a lot of smoke for someone may have made a decision that they weren't prepared to be parents, that they were not prepared to be a mother, that the child did not have a system that if you were raised in, because a lot of people say, oh, give the baby up for adoption.
Let me give you this, right? Because you're saying that
Uh-huh.
she's making all these qualified, smart decisions before she has the abortion, but she was unsmart as shit by getting pregnant by a nigga she didn't want to have a baby with. So now she went from being unsmart to being all knowing about, oh, the situation isn't right. I don't have money. I don't think that logic tracks in that way.
I don't think it's about an all knowing. I think it's again, you don't have to be the smartest person in the world if you poor and grew up with a poor mom and in a particular situation to understand you don't want to bring a child into that.
But you're behaving
that
in
you
the
don't
same
want to
way.
bring a child into instability.
But you're behaving in the same way already.
It's hypocritical.
All right, let me do this. Fo, what's popping, my brother? Let me say what's up to Fo. Go ahead. Big Aaron. Yes, sir. I can hear you well. I got two questions for you after Big Aaron say what he need to say. Big Aaron, what's popping?
I still want to know what my services and surveillance and target acquisition has to do with what she was talking about.
No. What I'm saying is, Mr. Aaron, when we're talking about somebody may say you may be deployed, right? and you see somebody that they're an enemy of the state, they're an enemy of America, and their life is taken. Somebody may say that this child is not necessarily an enemy, but is a willing sacrifice because they're not willing to pay the cost. They don't have the skill set. They cannot raise that child. They're not looking at the fetus, because there are people that believe that conception is not life, that it's conception. So a lot of times I feel like we're talking in very
Aaron, ask your question again, Aaron.
What does my service in surveillance and target acquisition have to do with my view of the decision to delete a child before it's born?
There are times, if you're given orders to take a life, that you take a life. There are times where a woman may decide that she is unwilling to bear a life, that she takes that life. Both are making a decision.
Okay, so so live by the sword, die by the sword. You've heard of that?
I have, yeah.
Right. So the lives that I'm taking are strategically, I mean, these people have postured themselves.
It was a strategic choice for her. But listen to what you said. The key word was strategic.
Tiff, let's not, right? It's me.
I know, Mr. Aaron. I'm with you full-heartedly.
Well, you're not. So let me finish, please. So when you're facing combatants, number one, they're trying to take me out. Let's get that. That's the first thing. Second thing, they've made a decision in their life to defend something to the degree where it threatens my homeland and the people that I call family, friends, citizens, compatriots. That is a far cry from an unborn child that doesn't even have a sense of sovereignty, let alone can make a decision to live by a sword that they ended up dying by. These are two completely different fundamental philosophies of life. And for a woman to make that decision on a child that hasn't even showed up on this planet yet, to equate that with me turning the head of a man that's shooting at me into a canoe, it's crazy.
She made a strategic choice, is what I'm saying.
She made a flummadiddle choice.
Excuse me?
She made a flummadiddle choice. The stupid choice.
You said flummadiddle?
Flummadiddle.
Did you say flummadiddle?
Go ahead, Aaron.
Now.
Okay, so and I hear you, but I'm saying you may think it's flummadiddle for that woman. She may believe that it is for her life a strategic choice.
Okay, Sean,
for her life.
Go ahead, August, go real quick, and then Sean shook his head while Aaron was talking, so I need to get insight on that. And then after that, I got 2 questions for you.
The perspective isn't supposed to be from the woman who's making the choice and the combatant. It would be the child and the combatant, and that child is innocent. That child doesn't have a choice. It's unprotected. So there's a difference between trying to take something and murder something that has no way of defending itself, and then taking the life of a combatant in war. What you're trying to equate are two different things, and I think it's kind of fucked up for you to really think of it like that. That's crazy how you don't think of a child as being innocent. That's wild to me.
Nigga, we just bombed the fucking school. And you niggas didn't bat a fucking eye. What are y'all talking about?
I didn't cut nobody off. No, you can't hold me accountable for a bombing of a school.
I'm not talking about y'all. I'm saying I'm talking about the premise. I'm talking about the premise. We bombed the school and nobody
didn't do anything.
Okay, so a school was bombed with innocent children who happened to speak another language. Their only crime was being born in a place where they speak Arabic, right? And I don't remember anybody on the panel, including everybody, shedding a tear. So to act like everybody that we kill in the military is just some fucking craven criminal makes no fucking sense. And I'm not talking about you, Aaron. I'm not talking about what you do, Aaron. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying in general.
Well,
to frame it as if it's some towel head running at us at all times with a bomb makes no sense. So her point makes actual sense when you talk about not what you do, Aaron, but what America does. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, well, I have an issue with America. I'm talking about what I do with my standards.
You are.
Hold on, let Aaron reply. Aaron and Sean is not being malicious, but Aaron, he would be also talking. Hold on, Mr. Williams. Hold on. he would also be talking to you, Aaron. Like, I mean, it just is.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Okay.
So
and August, right? Y'all military
let's remember something.
Okay.
I was giving the distinct pleasure of eliminating someone that was underage because they were approaching a platoon, and as it turned out, EOD discovered that they had an explosive device on them, and the plan was to take out that platoon. This child left this planet off the barrel of my rifle. First, spared a few to save the many, right? A bunch of fathers, brothers, uncles, sons went back home to their family. That child's ticket was punched anyway. They go into that platoon wearing all that C4, blow up the platoon, they're out of here anyway. So let's get that the first thing. Second thing, what the government does with the United States military, I never said I agree with 100% or even a majority of the decisions that they make. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I'm one of the most biggest conspiracy theorists you'll ever meet. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that is because I've learned things directly and seen things in service. But that's not what we're talking about here. You can't hold me accountable for the decisions the government makes. You can only hold me accountable for the things that I've done and the intentions behind doing them. And that ship has sailed, and it has nothing to do. None of it you can compare to the decision to delete a child that doesn't even have the ability to give its input. What you said about that school is heinous. I didn't know a school was bombed, but I'm telling you, tears need to be shed about that.
Right, Aaron. And so, yeah, respectfully, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about what you said. I was definitely talking about what August said. August, how do you feel about the fact that we just bombed the school in the Middle East?
It's horrible, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Okay, cool. But I've never heard you even speak against this administration doing things like that. All right, so cool. So that was
what? So I don't speak on administration.
But look, this is my point, right? My point is that we justify murder all the time. Some of us justified in terms of the streets. Some of us justified in terms of the military. The point is that us as humans, we all make different choices as to who should die. Now, why can't a woman make a choice that this embryo should not live? How is it different?
So the I'm just trying to get an understanding of what your premise is.
I just spoke very clearly. I spoke very clearly.
Right, but it's not clear to me. So you got to make sure that I understand it because you're making a premise to me. So my question to you is, so that I make sure I understand what you're saying is that because we kill people on Earth, we're justified to kill children as well. Like everything, we should be able to kill anybody because we kill people on Earth. That's what you're saying?
I don't think nobody up here heard me say that. So why would you ask me, am I saying something nobody heard me say?
Okay, so you're gonna have to explain to me what it is that you're saying again because I don't understand. That's what I heard.
Okay, let me make it simple because I think you rephrased it in a weird way. It's hypocritical to justify America killing people at war based on whose ever word. It's also hypocritical to justify who dies in the street and then say, oh my God, these women, they're killing babies. I've heard damn near everybody up here talk about how they'll crack a nigga head wide open. So what are we talking about? We got to keep it tall, man, or it ain't gonna make sense.
So because they kill people in the
streets, a serial killer?
Hold on. So they kill people in the streets. We need to. It's justifiable for a woman to be able to kill her embryo. Is what you're saying?
I'm saying we can't be hypocrites.
Okay, so what do you mean? So that means that we have to allow women to kill the embryo because
I'm saying we can't be hypocrites. August. Okay. How many? So you saying what you said, and I'm saying what I'm saying.
I don't agree. I don't agree with people being killed in the streets. But
you agree with the military killings, August?
Because
so you would fit into the other category. Remember,
it's mutual. It's mutual combat. You understand that, right? That means that it's mutual combat between two combatants. It's war. No, August, we're talking about. Hold on a second.
Just stop blaming the women.
Hold on a second.
Thing. No,
hey,
you gotta no. Hold up,
Mr. Williams. I got August. Mr. Williams. They're in the middle of a dialogue. They're in the middle of a dialogue. They're in the middle of a dialogue. Here's one thing I think we have. I got you, August. Here's one thing I think we misunderstand. What you have to say isn't more important than what they're already saying. So they're almost done. They're going to be more succinct. Now, I do agree with Mr. Williams there. We don't want to belabor it too much, but let's go ahead and let them finish. Go ahead.
So the question, the premise that you're making, which is it doesn't make any sense to me, is that because we go against people in war, we have combatants, and some men have to die that make decisions in their lives to combat with the United States. We also should give a pass to women so that they can be able to kill their embryos for whatever reason, because life is life. That's what you guys are saying?
I said exactly what I said, man.
Oh, yeah, because it's not sensical. That's why when I test the logic, it don't make no damn sense.
But I'm going to answer.
Okay.
August.
All right,
It's not
try.
that it doesn't make sense. It's that you disagree. So
No,
August,
I want to hear.
I'm saying in terms of the military, somebody or somebodies are making decisions as to who should live and die, right? That's number one. In terms of the streets, niggas is making decisions every day who should live and die. In terms of abortion, somebody's making a decision who should live and die. What's the difference?
One is that the people that and you ask for the difference, right? The people that are living and dying, they're usually combatants. They're usually military combatants or, streets, whatever their beef is, whatever the case may be. The difference is that this life that they're taking away, that women are taking away, is a fetus. That means that there is no way for that child, whatever you want to call it, to be able to make a choice in life, to be able to be chosen, to be able to do that. That's the difference.
So yeah, the difference is essentially the fetus is defenseless without choice, right? It's void of any type of complicit nature, right? While the other one seems to be people have a mutual understanding. They're going at each other as mutual combat. So I think that's the distinction that has been made. Mr. Williams, what were you trying to say? And Sean saying, I hear all that. However, we pick and choose. We desensitize to this. We think this death is important, or more egregious, right? And he's saying it's hypocritical because we get to pick and choose what killing is okay and what killing isn't. Mr. Williams, what were you trying to say?
That's the whole point. Like, August has this damn view of no matter what, it's the women, it's this bullshit that I am so tired of hearing. I see this shit every week.
Who's committing abortions?
Hold
Is
up.
it the men?
Hold up.
Are we avoiding the women?
August, you get more time.
Hey, August, go ahead. Let him finish.
Hold up. You get your time.
Delay too.
We know this. We know that the one thing your wife is a robot. We know all of this bullshit that you want.
Hey.
Don't mention my wife.
I'm sorry.
I'm not one of the ones to play with, brother. Don't mention my wife. I don't fuck around, Mr. Williams.
Hey, I get
let you know that.
August,
you got one pass, big dog.
But what I'm saying is, how the fuck is he always right when no, he's fucking wrong? You can't sit there and say, "Oh, we're gonna have this." The Americans or whoever. No, he's fucking wrong. All his takes are fucking wrong because it does lead back to one thing. The women did some shit. No, women don't cause wars. We do. We always have.
What are you?
I'm tired of.
He's talking about. I thought he was talking about abortion.
Yeah. Now we talking about abortion. Guess what? We already know what the fuck that is.
So the men are ones that are committing abortion, Mr. Williams?
You want to keep talking? You go ahead. So
I'm asking a question. The other men, how do we spread it to the men?
August, guess what? Most men, they are part of the abortions. They more than that because guess what? They hot whores, and guess what they want to do? Oh, I cheated on my wife. I did this shit, and guess what? I'm gonna give you $150. I'm gonna give you $200, and hey, we're gonna sweep it on the rug.
Real quick. Now, remember.
Hold up. Now,
hold on, real quick. Let me interject this real quick. Remember the topic. Yes, sir. The topic at hand is the single mother trope about dating, about relationships, about how seriously you do and do not take her. So we're going down different paths of ideology. So the focus is on the woman and how men see it. So we can see if this trope of staying away from single mothers actually holds up, or are we starting to see more levels of credence? And so now we're getting some dichotomy in that conversation because of the questions that we're asking and answering.
So hell, I'm gonna ask all of y'all that, especially men, if you actually have ever dealt with women for real, y'all know one thing that men do. even if you see a pretty woman and hey, you got a man, and guess what she says? I do. Oh, so your man can't, oh, he won't let you have friends? We cause all this bullshit. Let's just be real. We will do a woman really dirty.
All right, Mr. Williams.
And then
So just
call her a
land that
whore.
plane because you off the topic now, right? One thing that we're assessing is a single mother trope about not dealing with them, not
single
dating
mother
them,
goes
right?
the
So here's
same
the
way,
key.
Hal.
Now, this is very important. We are interjecting when everybody talks, right? And I'm moderating, right? So if you continue to interject when I'm talking, that's like even a bigger issue, right? But we just trying to make sure the conversation flows, you know. Now I have to talk
I
about the
got a little
conversation.
delay. I don't want to
No,
disrespect.
I
do have a
know, but
little
I'm just saying you be cognizant of the fact that you have a delay, right? That'd be good, you know.
Facts.
So, okay. So let's reset a little bit. That is an interesting offering from what Tiff said and what Sean was. That is interesting. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard y'all going back and forth, I caught myself watching this show as opposed to being a part of it. That was interesting. I want to ask Fo these two questions just to get him fully immersed, right? Fo, what's popping? You ain't that thirsty.
What's up?
Hey,
what up, brother?
Damn, what was my two questions? Would you date a woman? What were my first two questions?
A woman with a bad attitude and one with a kid.
Would you date a woman, the woman with a bad attitude or the woman that has a kid? Which one you choosing? They're equal in everything else.
I take the kid over the attitude.
Okay. And then one has an abortion, one does not. She actually has the kid. They're equal in everything else.
Had the kid.
The one that had the kid. Now this is where I asked the why. Why for that? And then we're gonna move on a little bit unless anybody else wanna broach anything they heard. Why the one with the kid?
But I just say by anecdotal experiences. What's up to everybody in the panel?
What's goody?
But anecdotal experience, I lost a child, so I know that, you know what I mean. I seen what it looked like, you know what I mean. So
yeah,
either you can have it or you can't. And pro life it's a real thing. So I'm with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Just to actually go through that experience to know like it could have been a better choice, you know what I mean. So yeah, I rock
100%. And that with Mr. Williams, a lot of his experience has to do with him losing a child without choice, similar to yours. And so that kind of pushes him to his inclination and disposition, you know. Did anybody else want to talk any about what we just talked about? Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. So I just want to get it straight. Because a couple people have lost children on here, like in the womb. So to y'all, that y'all felt that, like it impacted you. Like, are you a little different than you were then?
Go ahead, Mr. Williams, go.
Oh yeah, that definitely that you know that you have a baby coming on the way and being stillborn. Yeah, that's rough because you see that you going there and you going to the appointments and everything, and then that baby ain't born. That baby's gone. That's the hardest thing I think you can go through with you, like to see your baby, with the photographs and you doing all this shit. Yeah, no, that hurts way worse.
Yeah.
And then to see it be born and she ain't breathing. Yeah, that's something I can't even say that you would want to have.
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do y'all think y'all would feel the same way with a miscarriage at like 1 month of pregnancy?
Had
No,
that
I've been
too.
there. Oh, go ahead. I'm about to say I've been there before too. So
yeah, had that too. But to have a baby at 8 months and then you supposed to have your due date and do that, no, that's nothing that I would never wish that on nobody. Like,
all right, here's the question. Fo. She miscarries 4 weeks in. The baby is still born. Do you think the effects are more than, lesser than, the same?
I would say lesser. It should be lesser. We would expect it to be lesser, but it depends on the person and the situation.
Okay,
how
but just
tired y'all is.
you speaking. Let's say you speaking for most people. I'm saying Fo's speaking for most. Let's say you speaking for most people, right? You got your girl get pregnant. She have the the stick and all that. She got the 2 lines, and then there's times where I've had it happen where the miscarriage will even happen when she go into the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But it's so early that it looks to be like a period, right? And then she'll go and they'll let her know, okay, boom, you miscarried actually, and 4 weeks is early, as opposed to your baby literally coming out, being either stillborn or not making it, long term. And I'm saying I feel like the stillborn is obviously more impactful negatively. I don't even think I think it's almost like a rhetorical question.
Yeah. Does this mean that we can agree that how old the child is matters? Because he's saying
No,
that like
it matters because if that's what you really want and you want to be a dad, it doesn't. No, it matters because that's what you created as a man. So if you create that's what that is.
He's saying losing the baby is losing the baby, man. That's Mr. Williams' sentiment.
Okay. But reasonably,
there is no fucking there is nothing that you can add to that when you lose a child, bro. And you knew it.
All right, let's finish the line of questioning so we can get to the next step.
So Fo, you saying reasonably a 1-month-old miscarriage, you won't feel the same as a 9 months stillborn baby.
Yeah, you created a bond at that point, brother. So it's a whole different mode. See, I'm a place like this. I was locked up when I got my girl pregnant. I got locked up that same month, so I was locked down for 8 months. I didn't get out to the 9th month to actually make it for the birth. My daughter was alive for 48 hours. She had a hole in her heart, and she ended up passing away. So I actually seen her, named her, cut the umbilical cord, everything. So that's still an attachment that I had because I still was getting shit prepared beyond the bars. I got people looking out for me, getting pampers, all that type of things like that. I bought an apartment, all that shit, preparing for her to move from Indianapolis down to St. Louis. So it was a lot of preparation. So when you tied in like that and you really grinding, you know what I'm saying? And especially that circumstance that I was in, like to come home to that, like, nah, bro. So yeah, I don't. If you even see that baby face, that's an impactful thing, bro. I don't.
It's really hard. And
hold on, Mr. Williams. Let's go ahead and. So, Mont, was there anything else we can move forward?
I just wanted to, because I was making that point earlier about being reasonable and sensible when it comes to what a life is and what matters and why this is like what makes certain things murder and all that type of stuff. I can understand him being like, yo, I was looking at ultrasounds. The baby was born. I had like this, that, and the third versus 1 month. It's like, fuck it, right? I don't give a fuck. So I just want to make that distinction that is a thing. Whether we want to accept it or not, it is a thing. You'll feel differently.
Okay. Yes.
Guess what, Mont?
All right. So let's do this. Let's do this because I want to move forward. August hasn't spoken on it. August, go ahead. You got the final thought on this.
I think I think the equivalency is a false equivalency because what you're doing is you're trying to equate the certainty of a situation versus the potential of life. And so when you delete a child, you're deleting the potential of life. There's no certainty that child will or will not come to full term, but at the same time, it's still a potential there. This is a certainty that's happening. So you're trying to equate the feelings of one certain thing that happened because a child was stillborn, and then equate that because of the amount of time it took to the idea of a child, the potential of a child being born. That's not it's a false equivalency.
So August, I'm gonna tell you this right here. I had to do one thing, which was the hardest shit I ever do. My first wife, we already had 3, right? Our fucking was gonna kill her. We knew the risk and everything. And my wife was about to die for real. Now the baby wasn't fully developed like everybody else, but I made the decision to keep my wife at that time instead of that baby, because that baby, the expectancy was only going to be 4 or 5 months. This was when my first wife.
Yeah.
I had to let that baby go to save my wife, but she had 3 kids with me already.
Yeah, I think what it is
So,
how far along was she?
She was 5 months because she was supposed to have her tubes tied and everything out.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm just saying. Mom was just trying to
it was
say
in the
the
school,
earlier,
it was great.
potentially the easier, right? I think that's a tough conversation to have, right? You know, you have so many people that have a difficulty having kids in which that miscarry is like detrimental because they already going through so much to even have the kid. But we're a little bit off the path, but I think there's
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't want. It's just we talking about this shit, so I'm like, at least we can teach.
Mr. Williams, I'm in the middle of talking.
Oh,
come on, man.
I'm sorry, Hamp.
Nah, don't say sorry. Just don't do it. That's better. You know.
Yeah, my shit's delayed, so I get to hear you fuss at me now.
Yeah, no, I got you. I just be cognizant that it is delayed. Let me read these real quick. God bless the dead, man. That shit is hard no matter how you slice it, man. Construct Icon with the $2 says, why men with deeper voices act like they drop mics? Construct Icon with the $2 says, Hamp got the temperament of Obama and energy of KRS. Obama's a nice guy. He is a okay. Well, I think that's a comp. Thank you. Construct Icon with the $2 says, do y'all think the South moves slower than the North? Yes. Construct Icon with the $2 says, DJ Hamp, Ma, Aaron, respect to you, brother. Salute, my G. Cali with the $2 says, Hamp got Hulk fingers. Yo, I'm just saying, bro. Okay. Anything else on that? Can I ask the next question? Are we good?
I just real quick.
All right.
Because Aaron made a comment earlier about it. A woman taking the easy way out. I just wanted to understand his position in general. So if you were fighting a case for anything, right? Let's say something money related. You know, you made a mistake. You know, with your finances, IRS type stuff, right? And you got the choice.
It's not real quick.
All right, I'm sorry, but you got the choice to pay for an easier sentence and all that type of stuff. Would you do it, or would you be like, you know what, I made a mistake. Let me do all the time.
Depends on what the cost is and the benefit. There's variables left out. I can't. That's a nebulous question to answer, especially when you're going to attach it to the decision to delete a child. I don't. One variable can make me say yes. One variable can make me say no. So
okay, I'll just ask because I know I would argue that me personally, if I can take the easy way out of, you know, if I can pay money to get the easy way out, I would, just in general. If I could take the easy way out of most things, besides like things of like where it's going to build myself up, right? Where it's better to take the hard way. I think most people would take the easy way.
Yeah, I would definitely take the shortcut when driving home. I don't want to, take the long road, especially with this deal with traffic and all that sort of thing. But I don't equate finances with a life.
So
some things you need. The hard way is the way.
Yeah. Fo, you wanted to say something?
I was gonna say, with my whole circumstance, what I was talking about, there was so many variables put into that circumstance. Like, this was a chick that I met when I was doing music and traveling and things like that. So it was still a random woman. I still had to get to know her in a short period of time, but what I knew about it was solid. You know what I'm saying? So I had to think about planning, like, do I want to marry this girl? Do I want to move forward, or do we just want to co-parent? Or it was so many things that went into the thing, but the main thing was like what Hamp said, like the pregnancy scares. Like, man, if she don't have this baby now, she lost one. Do I stop her if we don't decide to be together? If she wants to move forward, do I prohibit her from even trying again? You know what I'm saying? If she wants to have kids, you know what I'm saying? Do I affect her future? You know what I'm saying? Some things you got to think about,
Okay.
Beyond yourself. So that's all.
Okay.
But
yeah, it's a lot of personal situations. So I'm kind of just letting people kind of just talk through it, I would be a little bit more like pressing, but I think that the information y'all offering is valuable for people that can use it,
Yeah.
So the thankless job aspect, dealing with a kid, raising a kid that is not yours. that will always yearn for his pappy. How y'all say it? Whatever y'all say. Down south. Right? He always has that inclination and desire. There's already a low ROI on kids as it is when they are yours. So now imagine that ROI when it ain't yours. Does that significantly decrease the desire to date a woman with a child? Or is that an internet thing? Go ahead, Tiff. You go first this time, Tiff.
Oh, yeah, because I'm going through it.
Man, come on.
No, I mean, I heard what Mr. Will said on that. I mean, for me personally, I think as a mom, but also the way that I was raised, like we never even called, like we didn't have step parents. Like you had a bonus mom or a bonus dad. People that were adults that something may not have worked out, that the parents got married, but now this is your mom's wife, or your mom's husband or your dad's wife. I've always seen it as a benefit that if you see where life has happened and now these people have got together, parented, and now they co-parent together as like a group, I've always seen the benefit in it. It can be confusing if there's like instability within like an additional parent, but for me, for me personally, if we know that a lot of people don't get married when they have their first child or second child, and we're getting married later, and people have children, at some point stability within a marriage happens, and that means that there are going to be more people that are step parents or bonus parents. I don't see it as a negative. I think like it's undesirable for sure. It's undesirable. But my husband and how he stepped in for my son, he's been there since my son was 8. My son is 28 now, almost 29. He doesn't know life really without him. I don't know life without him being a father for my son.
I got you. So here's my take on it. Let me go. I think that man is in a polygamous relationship. To Tiff's point.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I think that.
What do you mean?
Like you said, bonus or whatever the thing is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have another man that can change the temperature in your house, right?
Absolutely
so when that
not.
other man, I'm talking now. So, right? So you get a phone call that he's supposed to pick up the boy or the girl, whoever the kid is, whatever the kid, and he doesn't, right? Or let's say there's a disagreement on what school the kid should go to, or you have a disagreement with him, or we got a trip plan and now he don't show up, right? Like it, understand it, accept it, believe it or not, the disposition changes. People get upset, He can control her temperament to an extent, And even if you can talk her off that ledge, the fact that there's a ledge there in the first place, right? A person can literally not take care of responsibilities and it affects you directly. So it's not even... what? Listen, you're not going to say anything more important than what I'm saying.
I hear you.
So I'm literally in midstream, right?
Okay.
So when I'm looking at it, I'm using the word polygamous on purpose, right? Because these things just will happen, especially if God willing, the father is involved as he should be, right? There's friction, people butt heads. If he parents differently than you, what happens? You got to come to some level of agreement, or he has to agree that my child is under his rule, and he got to even coach his child to make sure that the child understands that. So there's a lot going on. So polygamy is hyperbole, but I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to illustrate. I'm done.
I hear what you're saying. I think, and again, what you're saying is if the father is more active, I get that. I understand where it could be. What I've found is that when people are co-parenting to the benefit of the child, a lot of ego and a lot of you got to swallow a lot, because at the end of the day, the kid is the innocent and the kid is the person that's most important. So whether you think it's beneficial or not, you're no longer together as parents. And now it's about making sure that the kid has the best well-being. And I will say that my husband and his father, from what I know, they have a working relationship in the sense of Tony was the consistent person in my son's life. So there were things like I'm sure if we had a conversation with his father,
Tiff, real quick, just to
interested.
condense it, you agree with me. Big Aaron, what do you think about my take?
Okay.
Yeah, it's hyperbolic, but you know, car accidents happen. We still drive. You know what I mean? Like nothing is without fault or flaw. It just depends on is it worth it to you to be able to deal with those things, and can you mitigate any of it? You know what I mean? A lot of those things are possible to happen, but not guarantees to happen. And then to what degree do they happen? You got to ask yourself. So it just depends on the situation that you've set up for yourself. Am I saying that this is the ideal situation? No. Right? The ideal situation is very much singular. But do I think that we should avoid this like it's the bubonic plague, as Tim so eloquently put earlier? No, I don't think that's necessary either.
Okay. So what do you think about the thankless job aspect? When they saying, yo, there is no return.
Parenthood is a thankless job. Even if a parenthood is, if you're looking for an ROI out of parenthood, you're parenting wrong. Parenting is about carrying your lineage into the future, right? The parent is the bone that the child chews on, like a dog. We're the bone that they sharpen their teeth on, which means they grind us down to nothing. We're supposed to be consumed and die for their sake to the end. My parents are going to leave me an inheritance, everything they've amassed in their entire life when they go out of here, so I can benefit from it. Even in death, they're still given to me.
So, Aaron, can I piggyback off?
Hold on,
real
yes,
quick,
yes,
yo?
you can. Yes, you can, Mr. Wins. But I just want to. So, Big Aaron. Now, one thing you said.
Go ahead.
Yeah. One thing you said that I heard. Your lineage is what you said. Possessive pronoun in your. Is that a differentiation from the kids that do or don't come from you, or were you just saying any kids under your household you count? Like how does that? Go ahead, my bad.
I was defining thankless job. The act of parenting, whether it's your lineage or not, is a thankless job. So there's no differentiation there. If it's not my child, thankless job. But if it is my child, thankless job.
Okay. So you're saying that to make a differentiation is inconsequential.
Moot, because you shouldn't be looking for thanks doing the job either way.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you wanted to piggyback, and then Mont, you got the floor. I see your brain turning. Bad boy, you've been quiet. Just FYI. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Aaron's right.
Yeah, I've been waiting. Oh wait,
I've been doing this shit with my niece, and like I told y'all know I actually admitted that she been having a lot of issues and everything. This is my brother's daughter, but that's my baby. And it's not been, the last 6 months have not been easy. But that is my blood. She's my bloodline. So even now, tomorrow, guess what I got to do? Re-enroll her in school and all this shit. And they graduate next week. I know how it is to love a child no matter what the fuck they're going through. But you have to, if you care, you're going to go through a lot of things. And HAMP, we've been on her, and men get mad at me when I tell them, you have to really consider what you're going to do if you want to take on a child, whether it's yours or anybody's. If you're going to sacrifice your lifestyle for this child, you don't get to travel. You don't get to do every fucking thing you want to do. No. The child is the most important thing.
Yeah, I think
that's what
I got you. My brother's child. If something happens to my brother, God forbid, it's my responsibility to take in his children. Like I don't.
And I'm gonna still do that.
But I'm saying that if I have an option to take in somebody's kids, I would process that differently. Just generally speaking, there is no choice if it's my brother's kids, right? Whether it be me,
always do it. Now, like
whether it be me or sis, right? We would have to take the kids down, right? Okay,
yeah,
so what do you guys think though? So Mr. Williams, real quick. So Mr. Williams saying, yo, listen, he don't see that as an issue. It's thankless regardless. You do what you got to do. They are kids. They need somebody to hold them down, and that's what we do all the way to the bone. To per what Big Aaron said. Fat Boy, what you think? Is it a thankless job? Why would you take care of a responsibility that's not yours? It's a burden that you didn't make, right? That you don't have to own, and now it just reduces your resources, and there's no return on investment.
So, at first I would have said it's a thankless job, but because of my situation, I did get a return on investment that I can't, you know, I agree with Aaron. It's all about how you set it up and what you're able to accomplish with those kids. That's not yours. If you're able to instill in them your morals and values and things that you know that you have in life, then hopefully it will work out. You know, hopefully you'll get some kind of thanks in the end. Like, I mean, my stepdaughters right now, they want to get my little boy, but hell, last time I sent him with him, he came back with plaits in his head, smelling like Black and Miles. So I don't want to go through all that shit.
Okay.
But you know, it is a thankless job in the end, parenting period, like Aaron said. I mean, it's just like being a husband, you know, a father in the house. A lot of times the father ain't missing till he gone. You know, the impact of the father is not felt until he gone. You know, so
There's a level of being taken for granted. I guess my question is this, right? Fat Boy, this is one thing that gets me, and I got this off of what Fat Boy said, Ma, but I want you in August and Fo to chime in. You always gotta wait till you dying or you old to get a return on the investment. So Fat Boy saying, yo, because of what I went through, like being on my deathbed, now these niggas came through, so now it's worth it. But I'm like, God damn, if I gotta have one foot out the door or I gotta be 80 until a nigga care about me, that shit don't disprove anything in my estimation. Ma, what you think?
I disagree.
Hold on. I asked Ma, August, and Fo. Oh, Ma, August, and Fo.
I know. I disagree
Go ahead, Ma.
with that.
Okay. Ma,
I don't think either is a thankless job.
Okay.
I think being a step parent, you doing all that in exchange for the woman. So for lack of better terms, you're getting pussy, right? That's what you wanted. You made that decision. You say, "Yo, I want that woman." What's keeping you from? What's in between you and that woman? You have to take on her child. All right, cool. All right, cool. We got a deal, right? So I don't think it's a thankless job, and also being a parent in general, like having your own kids, it's not a thankless job at all. Like my kids. They love me more than anybody on this planet. Like that's my kids tell me they love me all the time. They thank me all the time. You're the best dad ever, right? Like the love is one of the most important things that human beings are in search of throughout this life. And the love that my kids have for me, like when I let my hair grow for a long time, like before I was like, I'm not gonna get it cut till I lose weight. I looked it crazy. So I ain't cutting it till I lose 50 pounds. And I look crazy. My kids ain't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck what I look like. They don't give a fuck what I smell like. They love the fuck out of me. So that feeling, you don't find it, other places. So
still look crazy.
August.
Yeah, I want to push back at the thankless job narrative. I think it's a thankless job when you take on somebody else's kids. There's always gonna be that yearning for the original parent. There's always gonna be a yearning for the original father. As far as you parenting your own children, there's a level of satisfaction when you're pouring into your own children, and a lot of the issues or the things that they need to overcome. You can give them a specific blueprint that is specific to them because they're your lineage, your DNA, and then you can really have and identify, especially if you're there from the jump. You can really identify with some of the things or how they perceive certain things because it's usually a variation or carbon copy of yourself. And the example I'm talking about is my youngest son was writing real fast, and he was trying to get his work done real quick. He's smart. And if he took his time, he would answer things correctly, but he was making small mistakes in his long division, and that was because he was trying to do it too quick. So I had to let him know, because I know that when I was doing it, my whole idea was to be as fast as humanly possible. And I'm like, you got to slow it down, and you'll pick up the speed once you slow it down. And he understood it, so I was able to articulate that to him. Now, if it wasn't my child, I wouldn't be able to really direct him on a very like detailed level, because it would be his father. So that I
Yo,
like it right there.
that is
Well,
a
Hemp,
great.
can I
Hold on.
say
That
this
is a
real quick?
great point. No. That is a great point. My older brother got a different father, and he used to get so like irritated when people be like, yo, you look just like your dad or walk just like your dad. He's like, my brother don't be cursing me. He's like, I don't know that nigga. He like, I'm a Watson. He hate when a motherfucker would try to call him something else. But yeah, like my son does things exactly as I used to do them. My mom can identify certain traits and characteristics of him coming up, right? That are just inherited traits.
Yeah.
That is a I appreciate that point, because I can see it.
But now
I
I
can
gotta
see
tell you
Hold
this
on, Mr.
too as
Williams.
well.
Hey, Mr. Williams, real quick. You're not saying anything more important than what I'm saying. So there's no reason to talk while I'm talking. I don't understand why people do that. I really don't. And I have to be a little bit more keen on this now, because the behavior is unbecoming, and I don't want it to represent what people are experiencing anywhere else. Fo, what you think?
I think what can be replaced can be restored type shit. You know what I'm saying? Replaced right though. Cause like you've been a coach, so you understand like that. Just that void being filled, not fully, but enough to get the boy back. You know what I'm saying? Boy or girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a void to be filled. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to replace right, it can be restored. So that's what I feel on that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
For real.
My whole thing is, what I want everybody to understand is this one thing. You can raise somebody else's child, and you got to expect the worst, because that you didn't bring them into this world. So you have to expect the worst. Now, we can do all of this. I'm telling you what I've been going through even now. You have to expect the worst when you're raising somebody else's child, because it's not yours. And you can give them all the love. You can give them every fucking thing. You can get them at every program, everything you want. No, that's not reality. Reality is they will always want their parents. They will always want their siblings. And it doesn't matter what you do at times. You can only do what you can do. Because that's what I'm going through right now.
Damn. Okay. So, well, let that point marinate, right?
Yeah, but y'all dismissed what I was trying to say.
No. I'm saying let that point marinate, right? So essentially, Mr. Williams is saying, yo, expect the worst, because there's a yearning, right? And you can't fill that void for that child. And so now, as we go back to the trope, right? Because there's a few things that kind of got dissolved a little bit, right? Even the poll said they rather date the woman with a kid than with the attitude, right? So that's one thing that the men did say. Now we're on, the what you get, what you have to give. Mr. Williams is saying, hey, the worst is probably what you need to expect, because at least you can, set your expectation appropriately. With that,
and it's my own bloodline
would
too.
that deter a man from dating a woman that has a kid? That point right there.
I think that's the biggest point.
So you think that's bigger than anything else we talked about so far?
Yeah, I think that you should. Me personally, I like Mont's example, because he was saying you were exchanging access to the woman for the child. And I think that what that does is it just shows you the value of yourself. So if you can't attract or be able to get a woman that don't have a child, that shows that you got to deal with whatever somebody else's seconds is, which is fine with me. I'm not knocking nobody for that. But what I'm saying is that when you're taking on somebody else's child, you absolutely are going to have to expect the worst. You absolutely going to have to see it. You're going to have to take some shit with it. Me personally, I would never do that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
And y'all know what's crazy?
Hold on, real quick, Mr. Williams. Big Aaron, did you want to respond?
I mean, to say you would never do that, I think is short-sighted, right? But this whole idea of dealing with a woman with children is a sign that your options are limited. That's the mantra of the young man. Because if you went all your life without being married, and then the day you decide to get married, you're 45 years old, you're gonna have to marry a woman
Yeah,
with some
okay.
children,
Yeah, I can see that.
right?
Or,
So
or
that has
unless you
nothing to
go
do with your
low, unless you go
options.
younger, you can go 23.
Yeah. Okay. Then that's another set of issues that I don't want to talk about. You
can go
45 going
23.
23. That's
Hey.
not. Then again, your options are limited. You dealing with it. That's a circumstance. I'm not trying to do. Nah,
It's two
bro.
adults.
You're not gonna get that off on me. I'm 45
It's two
right
adults,
now.
man. Like it's an
No,
adult
you
child.
listen. No, you listening to me?
Right, go ahead.
How old are you? How old are you?
36.
I'm 45. I ain't doing 23. Okay, you understand?
Listen,
So
I'm not
that's-
knocking you. I'm just saying that you could. That's all I'm saying. You can't take that off the
when
table.
you 45 and you dealing with women, a child is gonna come in that package. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a short-sighted thing to say.
I understand. No, you're right.
When you said always, that's short-sighted, right?
I get the
I'm saying at
perspective,
some
yeah.
point, wisdom's gonna have to prevail. That's all.
I understand the perspective, but what I'm saying is you can't take it off the table as far as dating younger. If say for instance the point that I'm trying to make,
You absolutely can.
I'm gonna tell you why you can't, because for every man there's certain things that they want to do. Like, okay, like your point would be, and I'm making an assumption here. You could correct me if I'm wrong. The level of maturity, the things that y'all would have in
that's
common.
not it.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to go up out of here and she's 20 years. She can run it again. I died 80. You know what I mean? I'm 85 and I'm cooked. She just turned 60. Come on.
No, I don't think that. No,
that's how Father Time works.
But I understand. But I think that you could say. I think that you will be able to set her up and your child, your family, the nuclear family that you created that's just yours. I think that you will have time to set them up appropriately, even if she got to remix it. At least
no, I'm not talking about what I'm leaving behind. I'm talking about my experience going out of here and her running it again.
What you mean?
I want us to be close to the same stage of life.
What you mean run it again? What that mean? Like get another dude?
Right. Yeah. Like she's in a completely different stage of life. Like we're not even jiving.
You talking
like
about
when I'm on my way out, there's a certain level of empathy that I want from my wife because she understands what it's like to be close to that threshold. At 60, she ain't thinking about that. Not in the way an 85-year-old was thinking about it.
Well, I think the key is also, August, if you're saying he had to do a thing, right? He had to deal with a woman that had a child. What would make you think he has access to young women? Like that wouldn't even align. If he had to deal with a woman with a child, how he just gonna go get a young girl all of a sudden? That wouldn't even make sense.
Right.
Well, I'm talking about the value of what that man could command in the sexual dating market. Like, can he command? Can he attract that type of young tenderoni that's gonna fuck with him like that?
I got you, but I'm saying not if you already said that he had to date a woman with a kid. You see what I'm saying? That opposes it's.
Wait, say it again.
Remember, you were saying he probably had to get a woman with a kid. Remember, he's saying he that's the realm.
Well, no, he was.
That's why
about,
Aaron had came off mute, right, Aaron? Because he said something to that effect of that man had no options. He had to get a woman with a kid.
Correct.
So now I'm saying,
and you were saying,
I'm saying he can't. You can't say go get a young girl because if he had to date a woman with a kid, how he gonna get a young girl? That's all.
Yeah, that's what. But I think the point that Aaron was making was you got to think about, because he's saying, I'm saying it from the perspective of a 36-year-old. You got to think about it when you're a little older because wisdom it comes with age. And I'm saying that even if the same premise states. Now, what he wanted to do was he wanted to take young women off the table, but you can't take young women off the table. You old enough to be able to, you know what I'm saying? You 23, 21, 22, 18. You old enough to make a decision. That's the legal age. And so you can't take them off the table. Even if you could command the dating market like that, if you wanted to be able to pick what it is that you wanted, you can go younger, like if you wanted to. So that was me and Aaron's contention is the idea of going younger.
Yeah, we don't have to belabor it. I'm just saying I see the points that are slightly contrary. I understand what you guys were conversing about, though. Aaron, did you want to say anything else?
Yeah. I mean, to say I can't take it off the table, right? But it still is my choice. What I'm saying is at 45, you have a decision to make if you want to even pursue younger women or not. And I'm telling you, at 45, the probability of dealing with a woman with a child going high
I could agree.
is not worth going to 23-year-old.
So Aaron's saying, yo, be realistic. Be realistic about me dating at 40, 35, 36. Right. After they first divorced. We on average have a kid. I think the women's first kid is at 26 for black people. You know, so the likelihood
I can see that.
And then at people who are 40, those of us that are 40, that around that age, 80% of us have kids as well. So Aaron just saying, if I take them off the table, I'm gonna have a limited pool. You know, I just want to say this, right? When I was 21, 22, 23, I couldn't shine my fucking shoes at where I am now. That is a different nigga with very little understanding.
Right.
And the same goes for the people in that pool of people today.
Yes.
Precisely.
I wouldn't even waste my time. Regardless of what the law says, I want to make sure that you can keep up with me. And the 20-year-old barely know how to wash her ass. No.
Yeah.
You know, I think that
and I kind of just want to say that I don't really want to get stuck on that, to be honest, right? Because we talking about what we talking about. Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
I would just say I think that defeats the purpose of avoiding a woman with a child, because if you want to date somebody that's 19, 20 or whatever, you're raising somebody to a degree, right? It's like you got to do a whole lot of teaching so that they can catch up to be where you at. So I think that defeats the purpose of avoiding somebody with a kid anyway.
I see. That's an interesting point.
That is a great point.
Well,
that's an interesting point. That is,
he did a good flip, but
no,
he ain't flip. He just
gotta go errors. No,
you as a man,
but you gotta go errors too, because even when I'm just saying my age group, we had our high school sweethearts, kind of like what our parents did. We had our high school sweethearts. You went to prom, you went with all of that shit. So he did a hell of a thing though. That's really
he just made his own point. Like I think that's a great point.
He did, but that's not nothing kind of new.
You can't say he made the point.
Now you want that shit now because that doesn't exist.
Now here's the thing, right? Go ahead, August. Go ahead, real quick. I want to get Fat Boy too. Go ahead.
You want a woman to be on as a man, you want your woman to be on your program anyway. So it's not really far fetched for you to have to raise her up in thinking or raise her up in whatever.
Raising nobody up right now.
No, that's the point. That's the point mine made.
Bro, you gotta learn to listen better, bro.
Bro,
you keep interrupting me. You keep interrupting me, and I'm talking about Mont's point, and you keep jumping in and not making a point that I'm making. I'm making a point based off of what Mont just said. That's why I'm contradicting what he's saying. Listen better. The point I was trying to make is that
but yo, black eyes.
Here's what. Yo, come on, man. No, and because he been in the ring and you haven't, I'm not teasing no man that been boxing about a black eye. That's not the nigga you want to tease. That don't even make sense. So, August, I'm just saying, right? Like, let's say I show up tomorrow with a black eye. Y'all gonna be like, oh, him got a black eye? I don't know if you could give me one.
I know you box.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, right? Yeah, niggas been putting in work. We putting in pain.
Hey, I gotta have shoulder surgery.
This the part, right? I just had shoulder surgery.
We all boxing.
This the part, right? This the part.
We all boxing.
This the part. That's key.
Okay.
That
my bad.
That he was saying. He's saying that
that's strike two, man.
What happens is right, as people get older, they get set in their ways, right? And it's difficult for people to come together, which is why you can allege that we having such great issues in our relationships because we waiting too long, right? We already got our money up, we already got our ideology set, and etc. Right? August, I would say that the key to that is we got to start getting married and dating younger. You know,
younger, yeah, I agree.
Right? So
yes,
we can build together. You just saying, hey, if she's younger, the likelihood that she's not set in her ways is more likely.
It's higher, she's more willing to probably get know on your program. You'll be able to raise her up in knowledge, understanding that type of thing.
Yeah, and Mont's just saying, and still, the fact that you have to do all of that, is like, why avoid the kid? So
because you can start fresh. You don't have to
no. He know what you're saying.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're not.
That's
you're
why I'm
making
saying
a
I'm responding
point.
to that.
Yeah, you're making. You're responding like, here's the reason why it would make sense. He's still saying all that effort you got to put in. You might as well go raise that knucklehead. It was an interesting point. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
For him, think about it. If somebody's 45, it's very likely their kid is 17, 18, 19, 20.
Kid is old.
Out the house type shit. Yeah. I get that.
What if you're in a man in his 40s and with no kids and he's looking to have kids?
Should have been did that, but I dig it.
No. You as a man, you can have a kid whenever you ready.
No, that's the real response. Like, hey, nigga, you kind of waited. Like, you should have. You know what I mean? Because your pool of people, the pool of people that you most likely to be with already have kids. That's all he's saying. I mean, it's just linear.
You're gonna have to just know when.
That was dope and shit too. Like, y'all been doing some good shit.
You're just gonna have to be intentional and know when to get it cracking, right? I got married at 36, had a kid at 30. My biological daughter at 37, and I got a 17-year-old stepson. You know what I mean? Like, all the boxes have been checked.
Yeah.
You just got to know. You know what I'm saying? You just got to work the variables. I'm not saying that this is the ideal situation, but when when the cards fall correctly and you are there to take advantage of the opportunity, capitalize.
Real quick, walk the talk with the 2000s. My kid succeeding in life is my success. No doubt. Fo, did you get to chime in on it? What you think?
You rephrase the question right quick.
Yeah, just like the thinkless. So what we're doing is, walking down the things that we hear quite often, right? It's a thankless job. There's no ROI on that kid. That kid won his daddy over you, and it'll never be what you wanted to be, no matter how much you pour into that kid. Is that enough to avoid a woman with the kid if you had the option to do so? Just knowing the possibilities.
I wouldn't think so. I've seen a lot of successful, situations out of that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it's every situation, but I've personally seen successful situations out of that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Where kids end up changing their last names, all type of things like that. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? They wants to get older, so it can happen. You know what I'm saying? It could be some success stories out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on how much everybody putting in, including the child, and it has to be understanding between the parents, whoever coming into the relationship between the mother and the child, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You have to have understanding between the child and, hey, look, this is what it is. I'm not trying to step in and do nothing else, and this is how we working.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. I like it. I just want to make sure we consider pros and cons, right? Like I seen a montage of that, folks, where the kids were at graduation, right? And when they did their announcement, it was their stepdad's last name, and that was the first time the stepdad heard the last name. And then they broke down. The men broke down. And we also know the horror stories, right? So we got to just make sure that we being 100% realistic. Fo, you have a son. No, let me just start here. I have a son. Chugga is little, right? I would recommend highly that he dates and marries a woman that doesn't have any kids. I would push him towards that emphatically, like overwhelmingly. Like that would be my disposition for my son. What you think?
I agree. I agree for leniency's sake, for the family tree to be, you know what I'm saying, keep the bloodline sacred. I think so. Especially if you didn't vet the girl or the other parties, you know what I'm saying, full background that could be detrimental to the family. So you never know. So like I said, you do it the right way, it should be pretty cool. You know what I mean?
What you guys think? Tiff, what you think? Chugga, I'm pushing him. Like, nah, bro.
I'll say this as a person that, the situation with my baby and then with Tony. Like, I had a kid. Like, ideal, I'd like for her to be child free. But if he fell in love with somebody that had a child, we would welcome that child open arms. Like that, this whole step thing, I think for me, just listening to the last 20, 30 minutes has kind of been disheartening. It's been disheartening because what you just said about the stepfathers and on graduation day or walking people down. Like I've had girlfriends that their stepdad gave them away, because that was the man, like the whole that I'm the man that stepped up. That's a very real thing. On top of, I think, especially with Black people and Black families, sometimes our lineage is so fractured that your grandmother becomes your mom or your auntie becomes your mom. Like, we don't have these traditional set rules, and it bothers me that we want to try to cut out what family is supposed to look like. As long as these children are loved, they're cared for, that to me is the most important thing. So I hear a lot of ego, and it's frustrating me.
Well, any man without an ego is a female.
And I'm not, but I'm a woman.
No, I'm saying, but
So
to hear men speak about what they would do, and the pride they take in their name and their children. I mean, I just want to kind of stay away from, because I hear people do that a little bit, Tiff. They try to like shame people, like, oh,
I'm not trying to shame anybody.
We just literally having a conversation about what we conversing about, because we trying to walk down the trope,
I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm saying, specifically as Black people, we have makeshift families and we have a lot of alternative situations.
Why?
And as long as the child, it doesn't mean it's ideal.
Well,
but once the baby is here, the kid needs to be loved. So for me, what I hear is a lot of excuses of people to say, like, well, I'm not going to step up. Well, I'm not going to do this. Well, I don't have to do that. I hear a lot of different things where it's just like, at the end of the day, if you come into a woman's life that has a child and you are the person that has stepped up for this woman and for that child, even with Fat Boy, he's literally saying, this benefited me. That it took for me to be on my deathbed, but the way that these kids have loved me, it's irreplaceable.
Okay.
So you can have people, like, to me, that's the bigger thing. Like,
yeah.
I want to hear Fat Boy's story.
Though? What is disheartening about a man saying, I don't want to take care of anybody else's kids? What's disheartening about that, in your estimation?
Even if you don't, to me, even if it's not a romantic situation, to where if it is a Mr. Will situation where that his niece is his niece, he's still the father.
Right? We already, and this is why it was very important what Mont said, right? We're talking about romantic relationships. That's what we're talking about,
And even in romantic relationships,
yeah, go ahead.
So the disheartening part to me is this: if we know that a lot of people do not have children in wedlock, then there's one or two decisions. We are going to continue to have broken homes where there's no man or no woman, there's no duality in the home, or we say that this is not ideal, but at some point we mature, and as a man and a woman, we get together and we raise these children to try to get them the best opportunity to try to set them up for success. At some point, we've got to decide.
I think people need to make.
Are we going to deal with the reality or not?
We need to make better decisions, right? And then what we're doing is putting the onus. What we're doing is putting the onus on people who didn't make those bad decisions.
And I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I know
when you say sex is too casual,
I got you. What I'm saying, Tiff, is why are you saying disheartened, right? Because people made several bad decisions. Now they want other people to step in to fix their issue. And then to be disheartened mean that person isn't gracious. That's the egotistical part.
If you think that, that's fine.
No, I'm saying I'm just processing.
Kid is here,
I'm just processing.
That we're talking it through, and I'm saying to you that once a child is here, and I hear all these men, like, to me, it's like double talk. We literally have heard all of these men say, if you had to pick a bad attitude or a woman with a child, you're picking the person with the child. So you already are saying you're willing to make an investment in these children. So if that's what it is, let's react to that. Yes, we can say don't have.
My bad.
Excuse me.
Yeah, real quick. These are pigeonhole questions, right? Because
I'm not trying to be pigeonholed, and I'm not trying to pigeonhole you.
Here's what I'm saying. You can't. But also, I'm asking these questions in that way. You see, I'm like this, then this. We're trying to walk down an ideology, and these are like compartmentalized.
I hear you.
You see what I'm saying? So,
and I'm telling you, I heard the conversation, and I'm
saying how August answered the first question. That doesn't feed into this one, right? You know what I mean? Directly. These are like separate questions. You see? Because we just trying to figure out like what makes men kind of refrain, or at least articulate that they refrain from this thing. You know?
And that's fine,
now let me just give credence to this real quick. Tiff saying, listen, everybody got kids and ain't nobody married. So what is realistic? Right? What is realistic for most people? And if you make this a disqualifier based on you not being your lineage directly, it's going to be hard pressed for those men who disqualify those women to then complain about kids that are growing up without no father because we see the results.
Can I add something to the conversation?
Yeah.
I watched a video of a lady. She didn't understand why, even though the baby mama lied and said that the man those were man kids and it wasn't. She didn't understand. You done made the bond after all these years. How can you just turn away from that? And I understood where she was coming from because the way that she was processing it was through how just an emotional connection. Whereas men think different. Our perception is different. The one thing that we don't want to do is be convinced that somebody else's kids is ours, and we're investing and pouring into these children, and we find out that those aren't our kids. That's like devastating for a man. And so I don't think that a lot of people who share this viewpoint understand the value that a man finds in pouring into what is his own, and watching it flourish and grow, and understand that the garden that you're investing your time and energy in is yours. Even though you have a lot of broken, bad decisions out there, and that's predominantly the Black community, when somebody does it right, I think that we've been doing it wrong for so long that when somebody does it right, it's looked down upon or disheartened because somebody wants to do and act the way it's supposed to be. So I understand both sides, but in reality, there's an ordained way that we're supposed to conduct ourselves. And if we don't stray from that path, you'll see a lot of things get in the right alignment. And that's just a whole another separate conversation, but I'll end it there.
Okay. Fat Boy, you were trying to say something, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think we still moving away from the fact that it's not ideal situation, but it really ain't nothing wrong with dating a baby mama. To be honest with you, I mean, some men may come out better because when you, as a man, if you got
we
something
would
to
lean
work
towards majority minority.
right now, I would say majority of men right now help because men need something to work towards, something to take care of, something to fend for. And if you ain't found a woman to have a child by of your own, if you're able to find a woman that has a kid and she's still able to have kids and can provide and y'all make a life together, it ain't nothing wrong with that. And it shouldn't really be that frowned upon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, go ahead.
I wanted to say something.
Go ahead.
I think as men, I don't know. I just feel a little bit differently. I totally understand like not being a hoe, right? Like I ain't about to be coming in this situation and I ain't getting respected by nobody and his dad is over. Like I totally understand that, right?
Mm.
But in general, like I don't have no issue giving and not receiving, right? Like I think it's in our nature to give and not really care about like like when you got this food that you like and you just want everybody, you want to give a good review. Like I want everybody to know this food is good. Y'all should come try it. Cause I just want you to have that feeling that I had. Right. Or like you see somebody who need help in the gym. They ain't ask you for help, but you want to kind of go tell them how to do it right. Like we want to teach, we want to give, we want to pour into other people. I think it's natural. So, the whole idea of like, oh, it's not mine. And I can't get down with that. But I totally understand. Like, I'm not about to be nobody hoe. Like, y'all gonna get an order in this house. But I like the opportunity to be able to give to other people.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. I say when I was coaching, I mean, them kids become like your damn kids, And I think the other side of it exists very prominently where I keep kind of in touch with them, but they no longer under my tutelage, And so the separation definitely happens because they're actually not my kids. So it's just interesting when you really try to mind through it without being sensitive or because it's me, right? I can't be objective in the conversation. And we just really assessing, does the trope have merit? Or are what you guys are saying maybe making it a little bit more palatable, where it's not so extreme. Because that's what I'm kind of
I
hearing,
think
right? You guys are being considerate of things while considering the men who may or may not have to do it, which I think is clean.
I think
The
it was
thing,
always palatable. Hemp. I think it was the loud few that had an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's always been palatable. I don't. It's never, in my opinion, it's never been a problem. Just in
what
everyday life, it's that loud few that had a problem with it and made it an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've seen a lot of men, and I don't mean I know you was trying to get in what a code what it is folk.
Yeah,
I just want to say this right quick. We seen a lot of men who already walked that path all the way down to the bone. They didn't walk that path. So and what they're reporting back to the men is don't walk this path. You know what I mean? Like I understand what you were saying, man, about the yearning to pour into something that's bigger than you. But a lot of dudes then poured into something that was bigger than them, thinking that they gonna, fill in that gap, and most of the results have been disastrous versus it being this fairy tale outcome that a lot of us is hoping for. The reality states that she gonna take them kids whenever the fuck she feel like, and you can never have contact with them no matter what kind of bond you build with them. The reality is that you could be with her while she was pregnant for some other dude, raise that kid to, they 7, 8 years old. Y'all have a fallout, mad day comes, she taking the kid, don't contact my daughter no more, that ain't your daughter. The reality is that you don't put your hands on my child. The reality is that you're not gonna be the man in the house that you're supposed to be. So if we ignore all of that wisdom and still constantly push this narrative that everything gonna be all right, we failing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. But I'm
The
gonna go ahead.
reality is, guess what?
yeah.
The reality is you do it out of love. If you're not doing it out of love, then it's moot anyway. You're not helping the child. You do it out of love. If you really love kids, you want to see them successful, that's what you do. As men, we know to put our shit on the line. It's about loving the kids more than anything. That's where we're missing and where we fuck up at, because if you're doing it and it's just because you love your kids, whether it's your blood or anything, that's where we fucking up at. It's about making sure that these kids get to see an adult male, for one, to see somebody. Just one. People don't understand this one thing. A child can see one man in their life and correct their whole entire. You can go to the NFL, you can go to the NBA, all of this shit. But you can actually become a doctor, a lawyer, or what have you, because one man showed you the attention that you needed to focus on getting your grades together, being respectful, for one. Let's get that together. Being respectful and being courteous. See, that goes a long way. We was taught that shit in elementary school, to be courteous. That was the first thing you learned in elementary school.
What's your offering?
My whole thing is, hemp, we can throw all the extra shit out. It's just about if you have somebody that's actually positive in your life, especially a male, because that's hard to come by nowadays, what I'm hearing. But there are a lot of men in the schools and everything. You can fight for that shit, but kids change their attitude, their behaviors when they see a man in the classroom. They do.
Okay, so he's saying
that's what it is.
Take that impact and extrapolate that to the kid that isn't yours in your household. How much of an impact you could potentially have, I think Mr. Williams also said earlier that kid's always going to want their father, and eventually that's going to come to a head. So we understand that these things exist. We're looking at the prominent of which would be a deterrent, right? So what is more prominent? The kid who's appreciative and that doesn't happen, or the man who goes through it? And I saw a video where the dad came home from prison and had his PlayStation and his TV in the house, and the guy was paying for it, and then he got removed and shit like that. So what's the most prominent thing? What's the most likely to happen, right? Because we're just trying to figure out how much should this trope be pushed, or should it be put to bed?
So I think that's all valid points. Like everything that August said was valid. So I'm not saying that to do this at any cost. I'm saying to like weigh the options, right? It's not wrong with getting with a woman and letting her know your standard for if we actually become serious. This is my standard. This is what it's going to look like for me. You know, like I got to be able to discipline your kids because I'm not about to be disciplining my kids and then calling you like, oh, you know, I'm gonna call your mom. Hell no, we're not doing that, right? So you just got to let her know the standard, like, or like, yo, say his dad, like, is his dad in his life? Oh, he is. Well, this is what I need. If not, then I can't be with you. I'm just saying that there are situations that make sense for you, but I'm not telling you to get into a situation that don't make sense, if that makes sense. Because the problem is we can't lead unless we have a certain amount of authority. And that's the only issue. If I don't have authority, I can't lead, so I can't be here. So
I got a question. Do you think that most you about to get in, Aaron? I just got a quick question
August,
on what he was saying.
Let them get in though. They've been kind of quiet.
All right.
I was only I was going to be real brief. The reality is everything you said about step parenthood, while it's true, are the same exact thing said about marriage, yet we still get married.
What you mean by that?
Exactly what I don't know how to paraphrase
give
that.
Give me a little, like, what you mean, like, what you mean,
everything you said, right? All the different risks and potential failures and all of the different setbacks, drawbacks, and inequities and everything that you said about the potential that could potentially arise in being a step parent also exists with marriage. She could leave you and take the kids at any time. This and that and the other. You know what I mean? It exists with marriage, yet we do it.
Well, she can't alienate you from your kids, and you know, after the divorce, when you a step parent and you done built that bond, she's alienating you from that child, and you have no say so. And honestly, and this is what I was gonna ask Mont, what's the likelihood that you're gonna have the authority to be able to discipline? And I know what you're saying about, you know, vetting properly. Most guys that are willing, I'm not saying this is you, but most guys that are willing to take on somebody else's child, they're willing to take on a lot of other bullshit when it come to that woman as well. What's the likelihood that she gonna say, okay, you could discipline my child when you see fit? This is your child, you discipline them, so, you know, how you see fit.
Real quick, August. So Tiff said she saying that you guys are wounded and hurt and traumatized.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said what I said. I said, and I'm gonna. I said it in the comments, and I'll say it here.
Here's the thing.
Based on what he's saying,
I'm in the middle of talking. So what do you want to do?
Go ahead.
Okay. So it's interesting, right? When there's a conversation being had about a thing that we're trying to either dispel or see where it has merit, right? And so throughout the conversation, we're talking now. Everybody's hurt and traumatized. You know, but now I did a dope show. I want y'all to go watch it. Projection is unavoidable for most people, right? So their experience is the experience that takes precedent, right? And so when we're having an objective, good faith conversation, because the brothers answered other questions differently than what I expected, now everybody's hurt.
No. Not everybody. It's one person up here that's singing the blues and telling the blues about a life that he doesn't live. And then we have somebody where I've heard Fat Boy, I've heard Mr. Aaron all say.
Who was singing the blues, Tiff?
It's August. Like it's him, but you know, he's strategically he's got all the answers. He did everything right, everything in his life, and the program, all of that. And you have grown men that have raised children, or like Mont that doesn't have adult children, that understands the benefit of having Black children be raised in a 2-parent household. To me, it is absolutely it's dishonorable at this point. If we're going to say that we
to
know
do it the right way, that's crazy.
I'm not so I didn't interrupt you, first of all, and I've let you carry on with the foolishness. So if you say that you care about Black people and specifically Black children, and you understand at a high tick that a lot of kids are born out of wedlock, at some point those kids deserve to be in a 2-parent household, which means what? A step parent is going to be involved. So if we're going to say that we're for the Black community, then what you can't do is in one breath say you want marriage and family and understand how these families are created and not understand that it's not going to be straight up. You did it the right way. Congrats to you, brother. fantastic. But for the other kids that didn't have it, you're not going to make me look less than or have less respect for a Mr. Aaron or a Mont. So what you're saying and the way that you're talking to me is borderline disrespectful, and I'm not with it. So for you to sit up and talk about you love black people and you love structure and you want certain things and not understand that everybody ain't going to do it the right way, it's annoying, it's frustrating, and you're getting on my nerve. Yes, ideally, people would do it the right way. But when it's not done the right way, then what? Because we got two decisions to make. She got a kid or he got a kid. Throw these kids away, throw that parent away, and they never partner and they never marry. Or an alternative setup has to happen. So you tell me, do we throw the people away and they never try to ready or steady the ship? Or do they do something different? No, him, let him answer. Because he got all the answers.
I'm saying land the plane.
Oh, so you're telling me that for me to push the agenda that we should do things the right way,
it's not an
is
agenda.
disheartening?
I'm saying deal with the reality. Do they never get married and they never have families, or are there going to be some stepfathers and stepmothers?
I think that the way it should work is that we should the women who have made those decisions to not procreate with the man that they found suitable that will marry them, they are gonna have to live with their decisions. I think that we should stop trying to fix what is and understand that we need to focus our efforts on what will be. So the rhetoric that we
so
need
what
to,
you're
hold,
saying
you're
is
asking me, hold on a second.
Once the kid gets here,
Listen,
then throw the mother
Tiff,
away and throw
Tiff,
the father away. I got you, because that's what you said.
You can't interrupt
That's what
me
you
while I'm in.
said.
You can't interrupt me while I'm
No,
answering
you
the question.
answered.
I
You're
didn't
just
answer the
filibustering
question
at this point.
No, I'm not. Tiff, you can't interrupt me while I'm in the middle of answering the question so that you can understand what it is that I'm saying in its entirety.
Right.
I'm saying that we need to focus our efforts on what will be. You understand what I'm saying? So the idea of doing this stuff wrong by you trying to make the argument that there should be some cleanup men, that the black community as a whole, black men should universally think that we need to clean up the mess that
You're right.
is in the black community. What we're supposed to do is we need to think about what's going on in the future, and we need to make better decisions. We need to say, hey, before you decide to have that child for that man, you need to make sure that he, even sleeping with that man, you need to make sure that he has good moral character, great leadership skills, and building a nuclear family. I think that building a nuclear family where you're dealing with your own children as the black community is concerned is the effort that we should focus on. What you're doing is you're demonizing me for telling people that they need to do it the right way, which is
what
crazy.
you're saying. Hold on,
go ahead.
pause. So what you're saying is once people, the mother and the father, because they're both parents, once both people bring a child that are not in wedlock, these people are throwaways and so are their children.
What does throwaway mean? What do you mean by that?
You can't marry them. They're not weddable. We shouldn't try to solve anything.
The mother
you don't want them to be no. What you said, there should not be cleanup people. So if these people don't end up with the folks that they have children with, they are scarlet letters, they are leopards. Throw these people out of the community because they're not with righteousness. They don't qualify for anything else. What you saying is fuck that mama, fuck that daddy, and fuck them kids because they didn't do it the right way. We're throwing those people away, correct? Because we don't want no cleanup folks.
What I'm saying is that you have to educate those people, their children, to make better decisions in the future. I don't think that the way to do it is to come and clean up. That's not the way to do it. Because what you're doing is you're taking the bad decisions that these people are making and you're making great outcomes of it, so it doesn't deter the behavior for it to not happen or continue. Sometimes you're going to have to deal with the mess that you've made. Now, what you want to do is you want to teach your child to say, hey, don't do like me. Don't have a child out of wedlock. When you go into a situation, you make sure that you marry that person and then y'all have a nuclear family. But that's just how it's supposed to be. I don't think that the idea of telling black men to come in and clean up the mess that is made in the community, I don't think that that's the best idea. But I'm not saying throw them away.
So what you're saying is, so I just want to clarify, because you said the black men, and I'm saying that woman didn't get pregnant by herself. So that black man and that black woman and that child, once they are not in a wedlock situation, they were not married before they came. Those are throwaway people. Throw those people away. No. Because we don't want the kid, another
You
man
asked
to
me.
come behind and
You asked me
clean
what
it
I'm
up.
saying.
We don't
I
want
said
another
no.
woman to come behind and clean it up. So those people are throwaways. You are
That's not what I'm
defiled.
saying.
You do it. Then what are you saying? Because you said
I'm
you didn't
saying
want to clean up.
so you what you're doing is you're taking the black man, the black woman, and the child, right? Maybe they should just go ahead and get married.
And if they don't, then those people are
But
throwaways. Correct?
they're making a
They don't get
choice.
married. They
They're
so
making
they made a choice.
so
So
they're
those
making a choice.
people,
So they have
so
to live
those
based
kids,
off of the
those
reflections of
parents.
their choices.
So that man,
You can't make poor
no.
choices and get positive outcomes.
And so what you're saying, I just want clarification.
Okay.
That man, that woman, and
Should get
that
married.
child,
Mm-hmm.
once they're unmarried and
They
did not
should get
make that
married.
decision, if they do not get married,
Mm-hmm.
the man, the woman, and the child are outcast.
No, why would you outcast them? Why would we outcast them? I'm saying that they're making a choice, and so based off of the choices that they've made, they're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of that. Same thing with that child. That child is gonna have to deal with the repercussions of the choices that their parents have made. I'm saying that you, as a black man, it's not good practice for you to come in and clean up somebody else's mess. It's more expedient for you to go ahead and make your own family, do your own thing, pour into that, because the results of us trying to come in and clean up what's going on are poor results. The men that have done it and walked those paths, they have reported back that it's something that I do not recommend doing. Some situations happen and they turn out great, but most of them don't. So I don't think that it's a good idea for us to continue to operate and think like that. I'm not saying throw them away. Go ahead, brother.
Are you not a Christian? Are you?
I'm Israelite.
Israelite.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the Bible?
But I don't have a feeling about the Bible. The Bible is the word.
It's the word. How do you feel about a father to the fatherless?
A father to the fatherless. I don't know what you mean by that.
I think it's what is it? Psalms. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. If I can find it. There's a part of the Bible that says a father to the fatherless. So I'll find it for you, but just deal with that right now. Like, tell me how you feel about that part.
I don't have feelings towards it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think through my feelings. I need to know what you mean by it so that we can have a conversation.
All right, 1 second. Psalm 68 dash.
We not don't. You're gonna get HAMP started, and guess what?
Says a father to the fatherless is a promise from Psalm 68-5-6, which is God as a protector of the vulnerable, defender of widows, and one who sets the lonely in families.
Who read it again?
I don't know. I just read this stuff, so I don't know the Bible, but
no, slow it down. Read it again.
Okay.
Who was?
Hold on 1 second. A father to the fatherless and a defender of the widows is God in his holy habitation.
Who?
It is such.
Who?
I'm sorry.
Who's the noun? Who's the proper noun?
God.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't follow, so I want to know what y'all think about this. Like
God. It's saying God. God is that.
Are we made in his image? Are we supposed to do things that are godly? I don't know.
Simply just in terms of the verse, that God is all those things.
Got you. Mm-hmm. So I want to know how y'all feel about that. Like, how do you feel about that as far as like a man being a father to the fatherless?
I don't really feel. Just in terms of the verse. Now you just asking just a separate question. I think that
like I don't know if it's if a father to the fatherless is like something that God how God looks at that, how he views a man who takes on another person's kid.
Oh, I see. I think the better conversation is a thing that everybody can be included in. Because when we start going to book chapter verse, it starts to get murky when people don't have like the same understanding. But I think I think if I were to answer quickly, simply being a coach was one of the greatest like stints in my life, impacting those boys, right? And my boys, I still say are doing quite well. You know, I know that if I was a stepfather to one of them, I think I could even bring them to a higher level, you know. But when you playing, you know, 5A football, it's life. Aaron can attest. It's life for those kids. You go practice twice a day, weights, the season, everything. And then it literally starts right over if they don't do another sport. You working out with them. You always with the boys, you know. And I seen how much great impact I had. And I had them on my show before, just so, you know. I was also part of 100 Black Men of America, which is a mentoring program in Washington, D.C., but there's chapters everywhere, you know. And just seeing those boys break down and build them up and the things and going in their houses and it's a shit show. Like, I know that they needed me for those brief stints. Omega Sci-Fi, I think we could do more, but when I was active in that, you know, just going, handing out stuff and you see little boys and little girls, right? And I see the great impact. So I know that there's value there, you know, for sure. In that capacity is what I would recommend for most men. We need to be more involved, for sure.
Yeah, HAMP, I was gonna say like Mr. Williams was talking about the love thing, but I was saying like this is a growing thing, depending on how far you was in the streets or messing with women or have vice versa, whatever. You know what I mean? I had to go from not going over a woman's house, seeing the conditions, the environment, and be like, oh, this is terrible. But I just came over for one thing. I don't care about the kid being in the pamper, being with peanut butter all over his head. I don't care about the walls being fucked. Hey, I came in for one mission. But as you keep doing that, and then as you grow, you see like, damn, I could have told her, man, yeah, hey, now that don't look cool. That ain't right. Yeah, or say something. You know what I mean? It's, as you get older, and you just.
But that would have fucked your mission up, though. That would have fucked your mission
Nah.
up. You start trying to bring some structure in that motherfucker. You might have not. You know what I'm saying? You might have said the wrong thing.
But you actually vetting your life as you, depending on how far
I know
you
what you
was in
mean,
that
though.
type of life. But you vetting your life without you even knowing it. You're like, can I deal with this girl with the attitude with the bad kids? No, I can't. Or maybe I can, depending on what kind of nigga you is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's to prepare you for life. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm in my 30s and I'm like, I can't deal with none of that shit. I'm not going. You feel me? Because I hadn't really seen that shit full circle, full hand. You hear me? So that's what it is. I think grow.
Yeah, there's difficulties, man. But when I hear y'all, when I overwhelmingly hear y'all talk, it's a cautionary tale, right? August said that there are minority of situations from his purview that are positive, right? Aaron made an offering, say, hey, listen, man, the thankless thing, as they phrase it, is your kids are not your kids. You know, the access to the woman is the result that most men want. That's why, what's that lady name? She old, but she been Bernice Burgos.
Oh, Burgos.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It don't matter how many kids she got. As long as you can get access, you'll take care of them kids or whatever the case. Right? Steve Harvey, that girl, she was fly, right? Back in the day, his wife. He said, listen, everybody named Harvey now. Right? So made that point too. A lot of people making choices just based on the woman that they want. The kids become less consequential. So there's been some good offerings, right? But you have to outweigh the pros and cons. You know? I think it does a disservice to the conversation if we can't do it. Right? And Tiff, you and August conversation was interesting because it happens both ways. I just wonder where the majority is. Right? Do those people get thrown away? Right? Because they made a mistake. And if you placate to them making a mistake, they'll never fix the behavior. That's August's point. There's another point. Well, if it's fuck me, then it's fuck you too. Which is the opposite end, right? If I know that y'all don't fuck with me, then I'm going to do me regardless. You see? Now, I wonder, my question is, how do most people respond? You know? And I haven't made a determination. So I know that can happen either way, you know? I think that I do find fault in the fact that people are being implicated that didn't do the thing. Right? And now the onus is being put on them.
You mean?
Like it's saying, this is where we are because this is the modus operandi of our community. Right? What y'all gonna do about it now that it's here? I'm thinking that if I make a bunch of mistakes and I come to Mont to say, oh, I need guidance, I need assistance, I need help, I'm going to be meek. Like, I don't think I would take on the disposition and be like, well, I fucked it up, so y'all niggas going to help me fix it or not. Like, that shit's kind of crazy.
No, I get that, I think for me, I just don't know overwhelmingly where there's a lot of kid-free people marrying people with children. I think a lot of times you will meet people that the mom has a kid, the dad has a kid, and they get married and they co-parent. That is what I see the majority of times. The one off of where the one person is child-free, that from what I've seen is very rare. It's typically both people coming into a new union, both have children. They have kids that, pardon?
Last one, Tiff. You sparked my I couldn't remember it, right? But now I appreciate what you said. It helped me get this thought, right? What we talking about. What you think about this, Tiff? This is the last one. Then I'll let y'all go to sleep. Y'all niggas is old. This has been a great conversation.
Look, and I'm ready to box.
But
You can tell I'm
doing-
upset. I'm finna be in the Discord. My husband done fell asleep too. I want to punch
listen,
August in the throat.
Hey, walk it off. Don't quit your day job. So,
okay.
This the last one, right, Tiff? It's like this. The lady with the kid got the worst attitude also. So I heard this, Tiff. They say, yo, if she got a kid, wouldn't you think she would be more subtle, less abrasive, you know? Exalt the tenets of feminism, being feminine with her behavior, right? Women can't be masculine. She's just an asshole, right? I'm saying exalt the tenets, of being feminine with her behavior. But instead, it's like, yo, so what? I got a kid, nigga. It's what it is, nigga. That's my past. I don't live there anymore. What you gonna do? And niggas is like, she got the attitude, a kid. Somebody else oatmeal cream pie is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what, him, my other big brother, Sean, he don't fell asleep on me. But he made a comment earlier. He say something about if she got a child, it's supreme, or she's sitting on something. I mean, sometimes it happens. It happens. If you know what you're working with, you know what you're working with. Mind you, I think every situation is different. But this whole humbling of, oh, I have a child, and oh, I'm now wounded, I have no value. I want to believe, I think that kid-free people should be with kid-free people, and that people that have children should partner, because at least we both have things that we're coming into this relationship together. I think to ask a person.
What about what I said?
Go ahead.
Though? What about what I said?
I heard you.
You talking about the last question. This question that's on the table is that not only does she got a kid, she's a dickhead. Salute to Philadelphia.
Hey man. I don't think that women can be dickheads because we don't have penises, but she could be a bitch, and that happens. You could be a bitch whether you have kids or not.
Well, you don't have fur either, but
you mean a female dog? I got you.
Whatever.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
I'm
we
just
say the
okay.
same thing, but yeah, like so, like what you think? You think that's overblown?
I don't know. I think if a person it's just like submission. The thing, like if you're just a submissive person, like that's just a thing. I don't know. I struggle with that. To me, it's like, because she has children, does that mean that she's got to knock herself down a level? Because is that the same for men with children? You knock yourself down a level.
So Tiff, now that's the harder conversation. If you got a kid,
that's what I'm.
Do you have to kind of be more meek or humble or appreciate whatever the word is, where you kind of like, yo, okay, I know I got some baggage. You heard? Like,
I think you have to be considerate for sure, because even if all things, to your point, even if you and your person that had that child co-parent together, you're still asking another person to be in a non-traditional relationship. Okay. Because there is an outside party. There is a level of, you have got to acknowledge that you came into this in a you came into it with baggage. You came into this with a whole different party. Okay. So yeah, you gotta comport yourself to that. Because that it is, you have to be more appreciative. You know how to be more respectful.
You know how to make a good point and then make a bad point. That was a good point. Hey man, I'm gonna be on your ass. You about to be a professional, so you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying, Hemp. I know you. You've been on me. I'm gonna work on my elevator.
You said it.
As
yeah,
well.
you said it. Like, that's an interesting.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
You
ask
you
her a
have to
question.
definitely be you have to definitely be
Don't say it. Don't say it for the
way
10th
more aware.
time. Yeah, go ahead. You good?
I agree with that. Do you think that that's reality? You think that that's happening more or not, more or less, in the black community, where the temperament is the way that you're describing that they should have or would have to have?
I'm gonna be honest,
Please.
and when I say honest, I don't think that I can give a good gauge on that, August, because again, I'm from the South and you're in Louisiana. You understand that if you a baby mama, you a baby mama. And there are certain things that you just gonna have to tolerate. So in knowing that and understanding that, I think universally people just in general, you do have to be more humble and understand
No,
that there's
no,
but
it's
I'm
not.
saying and when you're saying majority minority, outside of what I see online, I see some wild behavior. I do see people with 3-4 baby mamas or 3-4 baby daddies, and they walking around like they the child free woman, and that's not your reality.
But you're saying that that's happening more or less?
More.
I can't give that. I'm saying I can see that there is an issue.
She's
I
saying
can see that there is a definite issue,
real
but
quick,
more
real
or
quick. Come on,
less,
come on, come on, come on. It's getting late. She's saying based on her anecdotal, what she's seeing, that's what she's seeing.
Yeah, but I think that she knows that it's happening more, that women with children are still operating, conducting themselves as if they're child free, which is contradictory to
no.
the disposition that they should have based off of what you're saying, which I agree with. And this is to fuel the point of what I'm saying is that you got women who are not even in a position to show appreciation to the man. They're still operating as if they are child
I
free,
think
and you
it's men
still
and
want
women,
men.
August.
Well, you
I
still
think it's
want men
men
to
and
come in.
women.
Well, hold on. I'm not done making my point. You still want men to come into those situations in
Mm-hmm.
mass to clean up
Right.
that mess with women who are not even appreciative.
And I hear you,
That's not a smart decision.
but
That's not a
August,
smart
I
decision.
also see men that got 3 children and 2 baby mamas that are acting as if they're child free.
Can I ask you a question?
It's on both sides.
Who you
I'm
think got
one
more
of them.
kids? Who got more kids? Men or women in the black
Men,
community? Men
men.
got more kids than women in the black community. They have procreated far more. The
You
average
asked me.
man,
Yes,
the average man has more
yes.
kids than the
I'm
average.
not gonna
Okay,
change. Yes,
all right. I'm
men.
just making sure. All right, all right. You gotta do a little research. You gotta do a little research.
Yeah, I just saw
I want to
something
put this
come
into
out.
perspective.
Just real quick, you got the floor, Mont. I just saw it come out that women have more children by about 15%. Go ahead, Mont.
I'd like to see that study.
I want to put into perspective like what y'all talking about of people having kids and then still kind of thinking that they're some sort, I guess, high value to some degree. I think it just is what it is, right? Like if women like me, it is what it is. Baby moms and all. So I would argue that I'm still more desirable with my kids than 90-95% of men. It just is what it is, right? Like I understand the idea of saying, yo, I think you should be humble. But if she's bad, like if that bitch bad, you can't tell her shit, nigga. Everybody on her line still. They want her. And she got a kid. And she got 2 kids, whatever it is. She look good. We don't get to like dictate reality. Reality says you look good. That's as a woman, that's your primary, what is it called?
Agency.
Your primary agency.
Hold
So
up.
niggas is still gonna be jumping in front of bullets for it.
Well, we're not talking. We're talking about 2 different things: relationship
What
and
y'all
want to
saying now?
smash. That's
Hold
2
up,
different things.
August, hold up.
Go ahead.
Men are saying y'all more desirable than women. No, I have a fucking problem with that. Are you kidding me? You're more desirable than a beautiful black woman?
No, I didn't say that.
Hey, what he's saying, bro.
No, no. This is why I hate this shit when y'all do this. How the hell are you more desirable than a black woman? You want to consider yourself a pretty boy? Nigga, you should never think that you're more prettier than your woman or a woman. So no, I got a fucking problem with this conversation right now. I do. And I'm gonna speak on this for real. Y'all think y'all better than you look better than a woman? Are we out of our minds right now as men. This is the soft shit I'm talking about. Now you're beautiful. The fuck? Are you serious? You either supposed to be handsome or maybe cute, but you don't say the shit. The women say it for us. But y'all on here right now talking about, are you fucking kidding me?
You don't listen, Mr. Williams. That's not what he was saying. You need to listen better. Bullshit. You need to be a better listener.
I get hard on the men. I get hard on the women. But no, I'm getting on y'all ass right now. This shit is stupid.
Mr. Williams, you don't listen well. That's not what he was saying.
Listen well because y'all don't listen to what the hell y'all do. Hey, guess what? I listen to everything. This might be
okay.
Risky.
So listen, Mr. Williams.
Every fucking that shit is so fucking lame.
Listen, Mr. Williams.
Y'all want to make y'all selves look like
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams called himself. Mr. Williams told us he was a 9.
Oh, that's soft as shit. I'm sorry,
Mr. Williams.
I know you're gonna get on me, but no, goddamn it.
You told us you was a 9, though. You forgot that part.
I've been going all week, but no.
Oh, you can't make
no,
up, bro.
Mr. Williams.
Fuck no.
What he was saying as far as having kids is concerned, between the two dynamics of the male
I got
and the
more
female,
kids, and I got 17 grandkids.
Listen, Mr. Williams.
I'm not hearing both of y'all.
You need to listen. You need to listen more.
I'm gonna mute myself on purpose because you two right here, y'all on some the softest shit I've ever heard a man ever fucking say. I got 17 grandkids. Let's get that straight. And for y'all to compare yourself and make y'all be better than women, that means you compare yourself to women. The fuck?
Mr. Williams, he's talking about
Mr. Williams.
As far as listen. As far as a man with kids versus a woman with kids, a man is going to be more attractive to women than a woman would be attractive to men. That's what he's saying. He's not saying who look better. So you're making an argument off of nothing. That means you need to listen better before you come
woman
up like
is more attractive than any of us raggedy ass niggas. Are you serious?
I tried, bro. They
can wear a paper bag. And guess what? A black woman is more all of that shit with a paper bag. You gonna say what? Attractive? Y'all goofy as shit.
Yo, Mr. Williams, real quick. When I told you your raps was
the bathroom is open, man. The bathroom is open.
Real. No, fuck all that. No,
Mr. Williams, when I told you your raps was trash, I was joking, yo.
Wait a minute, you said what now?
When I said your raps was trash, I was joking.
Well, for one, that was not a rap, sir. That was poetry. And guess what? I'm really dope at it. I make a lot of money off of it to this day. And anytime you want to try that with me, mine.
I was
guess
playing,
what?
Yo.
Mine. Guess what? I got 2 sentences that will kill anything you write. I will let you write a full page. You're not with that. So don't do yourself like that. And you got to understand this too. I do open up for a lot of people. So I get requested, asshole. Yeah, you want to play with me with this shit? Go ahead.
You over there with niggas at Ray Boom Boom Room.
Right.
Thoughts, HAMP. We doing final thoughts?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
But no, these 2 niggas right here, y'all want to keep playing, but I got some shit on the way. Don't worry about it.
Nah, man, that shit was ass.
What was ass?
Please.
What was that?
Please,
you don't even know what it was.
He gave you kicked off for $20.
Please.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
No,
wait a minute. Whoa, my money here.
Hold on.
Get the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out. Put him in the bedroom.
What was ass about? Hey,
Wait a minute. Rock my shit and I pop my
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on. Wait a minute. Whoa, my money here. Get the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out.
Niggas want me dead. but I ain't gonna change.
Jesus.
Hemp is evil. This man put the.
Oh,
I just wanted to
that's
know what he
crazy.
didn't like about what I said, because apparently he know what I said.
What?
Turn the ninja took the
No, the little goofy
bathroom
nigga mine that said, "Oh, it was whack," but you can't tell me nothing I said with what I did with that intro at all. So how you don't like it?
Niggas going, bro.
Yeah, get slow now.
He just going.
Yeah, I like dealing with slow motherfuckers anyway. You can't
What?
fast talk motherfucker like for real. Don't play with
I
me.
can't laugh no more. My belly hurts from that.
What did you not like about it? And I will do a whole set, 5 minutes. That's all I need. And then what you gonna say?
How you gonna kick it off, Mr. Williams?
You know,
Oh,
I do Mama Do You Love Me, which y'all have heard that in the Discord, a lot of y'all. I can do In the Mind of a Poet, which is
All right, the show is over.
my brand anyway. So you what?
All right, spit something now.
Show is over.
No, I'm not.
You want my opinion? You care about my opinion, don't you?
Oh no, I don't care about your opinion. You spit something.
You just
And
asked
don't
me.
read in your little notepad or none of that. You spit something, youngin.
Now
See,
you go
you
first.
young. Hey, I've been in this game a long time.
Or you go first.
I'll keep you up way past your bedtime, though.
Oh,
Mr. Win for $20, man.
you can't use that no more this time.
And you know what? I am on social media. If you really want to know what I do, hey,
All right, spit something right now.
did you hear what I said? You spit something, youngin. You didn't like what I did, so show me you can do something better. Remember, you don't like what I did.
one fish, two fish. Hemp, please end this. One fish, two fish. Hemp,
No, I want
come
to
on,
hear
end
you with
this.
this same ass shit. Like, why do y'all do that? And then you think you playing a mind game? You can't. Been living longer than you.
Ask Ava the
So,
spot.
do you got something else? Do you got a poem to say, Mr. Mott? Do you have a poem to say?
At John
I'm gonna
Edgy
ask you again.
39
Do you have
donated
a poem to
$20
say?
through Super
You
Chat.
want to shit on
Say less
somebody's
hemp,
shit?
tomato
See, you need to
emoji,
go and meddle
tomato
on
emoji,
everybody's social
tomato
media
emoji.
before you shit.
Somebody sent $20.
Mr. Williams.
Somebody said
Regardless of
I'm drunk.
anything where you live at, I am famous in my hometown. So we
Kick.
All right. You go and I go.
No, Mom, please. Just say
Man,
anything
Ma,
at this
any
point.
final thoughts?
Thank you, Jesus.
It was a good show. You know, good show.
Indeed, I had fun. I think we did a pretty good job, actually. Tiff?
One fish, two fish. Hemp, let's end this. Great show.
No doubt. August?
Humbled as usual. Black men, don't be playing no cleanup man. If you have opportunity to start your own family, do that. That's what I would tell my sons.
Fo?
Yeah, you're gonna put a new person in the house, man. Make sure that person is respectful and you be a good example for that child and vice versa. And at the end of the day, that child gonna have to make his own mind up if they want to fuck with you later on in life or at that period of time. So hey, be the best that you can be here. Yeah, love. Appreciate you.
Already. Big Aaron?
Yeah, every situation in life has its ideal example of how it goes, right? And we should always strive to achieve those things or, be able to experience those things. But fact of the matter is we're not perfect and life ain't that predictable. There's a lot of variables that will get in your way. Murphy's Law is very real. Do what you can to mitigate damage, to avoid catastrophe, and deal with life's pitfalls and make adjustments accordingly, right? Use your
At
strengths to mitigate your...
Ask_App donated $19.99 through Super Chat. Bring her back, he's the real deal.
They brought Mr. Williams back. Go ahead, Aaron. Finish.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can leave it there. That's good enough.
I think he left as Abe. I don't see him. Do y'all see him?
Nah.
Oh, no, he joined it now. I think he left though.
I will say this. Listening to what everybody's talking about kids out of wedlock, the probability of divorce. I like my situation. None of these kids in here were had out of wedlock. My wife was married to a man. It didn't work out. The kids were had in wedlock. My kids in wedlock. Everybody's happy over here. I don't know about all that other shit. So.
Okay, Mr. Aaron.
Yeah, man. Salute.
That's why he
Oh.
big Aaron.
Yeah, seriously.
Big Aaron. No little. Let's go.
As Abe.
I walk with 2 feet and make 3 trails. You know what I mean?
Pop your
Amen.
shit.
Wow. As Abe with the $5 says, is there a proven benefit of not making a woman with a child? A proven benefit from a biological father? I think we was kind of mining it through, like the thinkless stuff. MC Heavy Tips with the $5 says, what's wrong with saying that if a man doesn't have kids, he shouldn't be expected to mess with a woman with kids? As Abe with the $10 says, man, that's August's point. Like, nothing, right? He should be able to say that without recourse. As Abe with the $10 says, what's the proven example of a biological kid growing up and making you feel good? Most of you claim black women are raising kids alone. So where are the biological fathers for your alleged success? Show the stats.
But don't the stats say that the black fathers are the most involved fathers, even though they're not?
That is a self-reported story.
Well, it's self-reported by the women. The women are reporting that.
Yeah, look, women, and that survey is kind of old. But that'll start a whole new convo, man. Relly with the $10. Relly with the $10 says, Hamp, the goat of moderation. Would have been curse y'all out, shaking my head. Just all over the place. His patience is unmatched. Shout out to Hamp. Take a shot. And I'm chilling.
Is that the Shiro that be up here?
Yeah.
That's really.
Oh.
Big real. No little.
When she right though. I shade with the $2 says marriage doesn't guarantee 2-parent homes. August. I think he's talking about probability and likelihood. Right? Onikasu with the $2 says I return to hear August cook. I see this fire. Onikasu with the $2 says may God save these woes and bastards, not us. Onikasu with the $2 says that attitude comes from dudes being cleanup crew. John with the $5 says put him in a bathroom. Hamp, this is embarrassing. I blame you. Drunk Williams not even listening. Wrong and strong. John says say less, Hamp. Tomatoes. As Abe said, nah, bring him back. He the real deal.
Run! It's a stampede! DJ Hamp the Stampede. DJ Hamp the Stampede.
If you can make it to Houston, please do so. June 25th through the 28th. You never leave Houston on a Sunday, man. We got a dope show planned for y'all. The boxing event about to be epic. And, of course, the Blackout Party rendition number 4. It's an airplane mode party, man. Any phones out will be confiscated. You heard?
Or broke.
And I will have Big Aaron doing the confiscating. So I wouldn't recommend that you push back. So it's going to be epic, man. Get your ticket. TMBR Houston 2026.eventbrite.com. Jump in the Discord so you remain in the know. And I'm telling you, if you have days where you just at your desk, the Discord will make your day go by. That's for damn sure, man. We got book club. We got money talks. We got Bible study. We want to start back up movie night. We want to watch The Wire 2 episodes a night until we can get to the end. Because it's like a lot of people haven't quite seen it or don't quite remember it. So, dope shit, man. Toxic Thursday tomorrow. Have your hard hat on if you go in there. You know? And have fun, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. Do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Friend to tell a friend. And we out.
Oh, we can kill all this. We can kill all this. Say like, do you want to be next?
Anytime you ready, baby. I was supposed to be there.
Ooh, I'm with it.
I'm
with it. We can do it.
Knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. He hit harder than George. His reach is longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in bed. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Bad dude. Bad. Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom. The switch was in the bed before the room was dark. Fast. And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.